I am going to unmute you after. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to forget that again. That was just because it was an impromptu stream. Okay. Well, hello. Welcome. I suppose we should just get right started. All right. Everybody say hello.
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 Hello
Hi
there.
there.
Buongiorno.
Wrong language. No,
Gesundheit.
you made it worse.
I mean, this is us we're talking about.
Gotta
We make
love-
everything.
Have something
chaos.
I love how
Italian?
I already have my audio like I have you guys is like going into the stream quite quiet, and it's still fucking almost peaking the audio.
Listen, we are just loud people. What can we say?
Nice.
Does
Yeah.
pizza exist in this world? That's just a question.
I don't
feel
see
like
why
it
not.
could.
Pasta, put it in a box.
No, stop it. Fuck. I lost the voice.
All
It
right.
seems you've gone to the wrong voice.
Alrighty then.
Fucked up.
Well, I don't know you, but things are gonna be happening just finally.
I do apologize if the icons are a little bit of a varied quality, because last time I had the time and willpower to draw little icons for all of my players, which was only 4 of them. There are 7 people in this campaign. I did not have the time or energy to do that in 2 days.
I'm a hat.
It's fine.
I feel like the Monty Python icon truly encompasses the energy of being Balthazar.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That is fair.
Every single character you make is just a different flavor of Don Jim.
It's Davis wearing a new overcoat.
Duh,
Each
Don
time
Jim
he's
is
like-
my fucking id. He is the
He's
part
like-
of my existence that is just done with everyone's shit.
It's so good.
Why
be
I love
fair-
him so much.
It's just like how every single campaign of mine always has something to do with the Void Keeper.
Yeah, but that's just continuity. That's just DM continuity.
It is
I have
literally
questions.
the most amazing thing I've ever created, that little universe.
Yes.
It is
I
good.
I have big question. So did we have rest?
Yes, you've had a long
Oh,
rest.
So we get health back?
Yes.
Yeah.
How much? All
Yeah.
health?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Quick
Yeah.
For
note.
those who do not know.
Note.
No, we know.
Note. If you guys would like, this long rest can be over the course of a couple of days, as you're all recovering from that mighty battle from the last session.
Oh gosh,
That was a lot.
that was very, very. What's the word?
I died.
I almost died.
Right.
Ah.
Died.
Quick summary for those who weren't there. Crazy boss fight. Several people almost died. Some people got almost knocked into the void. The wizard got kidnapped and murdered by the big bad. And now,
Yalla!
and now, the
Yeah, that guy.
wizard's, the wizard's old partner is back in the world. If you want a little bit more context of all of that, I would advise going back and watching the previous streams.
Won't give you context for the dead cat though.
That is true, it will not, but it'll give you a little bit more context as to what happened.
It will generally deprive. It may even deprive you of a certain amount of context.
Context ain't needed. Yeehaw.
Well,
Oh, don't forget to mention that we did level up between
Sometimes it is best not
episodes.
to ask
Yes.
questions.
Oh, right.
you guys, you did level up. I forgot to mention it last session because, well, plans went off the rails. I did not expect this to what happened to happen.
When do you ever do?
Most of the time, I have
Thanks.
a general grasp of control over the situation, but I forget stuff a lot. But still, the party is now level 14, which means the monsters in the world grow ever more powerful.
Hooray!
Also, would one of you like to read the go live notification that you got?
What was the go live notification? Let me find it here.
I didn't get one because I was already here.
I
Same.
got. Let me looky. I
Nice.
I'm very
Yeah.
sorry.
I did not see the go live notification.
I may or may not have gotten
I
it.
will look. Give me a second.
Where the fuck is
Wasn't
it?
it like come and watch the cat be sad?
Come see the sad cat.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh.
Don't be sad.
Come see the sad tabaxi.
Dang.
Right.
I feel like
You
I'm
know
calling
what, I
out
don't-
Shadow.
I don't know if Shadow cannot be sad, considering she just watched her lover die again, but in his
Mhm.
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Because
do it.
seeing him die once in her perspective isn't enough. No. Seeing him die in his perspective is so much more.
Ah.
Why would you do this to her?
Well,
PTSD, that's why.
She already has PTSD, man.
Think about the drama, though.
Hella drama.
Why not a
Hella
little more?
story.
Just
Right.
Just a little more.
We've been going for like 23 minutes. We've only been like actually alive for like 6, but we might as well get going. Right. Do you want to do a couple day time skip as you're recovering and do some stuff in the meanwhile?
Yeah.
All right.
should I just roll some Duolingo?
Yes,
Beforehand.
roll a few of the Duolingo albits.
How many?
Not Spawn, by the way.
Oh, obviously not sponsored. Why the hell would Duolingo? Why the hell
God,
would
imagine.
Duolingo sponsor our dumbasses?
I mean, I would be doing figure out the weapon and then mark, which how would that actually conjure up? Now I think about it.
I feel like I would be going into town.
I'll just
I
roll,
wonder what you're doing.
I'll just
couldn't
roll
poss-
3, I suppose.
Yep.
Could it possibly be
Go to-
drinking?
I like to acquire the materials to manufacture more ammo, or make more ammo for myself.
Okay, there is a general shop in
Can I-
town. Yes, love.
Okay.
Before Zach can even head out to go to the bar, I'm just gonna grab him by the ear.
Oh, come on. Just a little. I have been in this place. Do you realize that these people do not drink?
They do drink.
that we-
That's
I
the
tug
thing.
on
Not that we
Weird.
don't drink, we're just not alcoholics.
Oh, you're talking about the party. Yeah, they don't drink too much.
Balthazar says from his bed on the other side of the room, eyes closed.
I pull out. I'm currently drinking from a flask, and I'm like, speak for yourselves, pals.
Get,
I just tug on Zach's
No.
ear. Just no.
Gib.
Stop it.
No, that's my. This is my
Jim.
stash, and you ain't gonna touch it. You hear?
Your own brew? I'm quite surprised.
Oh no, I
smack-
am.
I'm
I am
Put my
smacking
rolls in
Zach.
the rolls chat.
All right.
Hmm.
Let me look real quick. I lost track of the rules chat. Ooh,
I want
a
to
nat 20.
phase
Good
the
shit.
show.
If I remember correctly, a natural 20, you get 50% more.
Oh shit.
60?
50.
50?
You get 50%
How much?
on bonus on that.
Oh, nice.
How much is it going to cost me to get the materials to manufacture more ammo, or make more ammo?
All right, real quick. Do you ask for directions to the shop, or do you just
I'm
wander
just going to
around
kind
town
of poke
until
around.
you...
Yeah, I'm going to wander
Just go.
around. Yeah, pretty
Hey.
much.
All right. Well,
I'm still
what?
wearing my mask, but I'm walking around looking.
yes, Saya. What?
I've reached my first milestone.
Ooh, wonderful.
Nice.
That is, you're able to understand Draconic with a check, right? Or is that something else?
I forget.
Nice.
Well, we'll figure that out in a bit. All right, Whistler.
Mhm.
As you're looking around town, you find 3 different locations. One of which
Mhm.
is a shop with a giant fishing pole coming out of the top. One of which, the other of which, is a like open-walled blacksmith set in the walls of the town where you can hear
Mhm.
clanging. And the other is a rather quaint, seemingly general store.
I'll start with the general store to see if I can get the chemical ingredients for gunpowder.
Oh, wait, no, there's a fourth. There is an alchemist's shop.
Okay, I'll start there to find the chemical ingredients to make gunpowder. Oh, by the way, I should specify with my class, when it comes to crafting and designing and making weapons and ammunition, it says nothing about checks.
There's gonna be checks.
Okay, I figured.
It makes it
A tool proficiency
crafting.
check.
Crafting is a bit weird in 5e. It's very
Right.
unclear as to the rules of
So,
it.
like, because of my level and all that, I would assume probably a perfect tool proficiency check with expertise, or a tool check with expertise.
Do you have expertise in the equipment to make the bullets?
There is no equipment for it. It's just we decided on a gunsmithing kit for flavor. There is no listing or any relation to an equipment. So I remember we talked about it. We decided on a gunsmithing kit, which I would imagine I'd at least be proficient in.
Yes, at least proficient. You probably
Okay.
have expertise. I don't know.
I didn't know if, for balance reasons, if you wanted to allow me to have expertise or not. I'm not
You're
going
a
to make anything
fighter, so
crazy,
there's no way
obviously.
you could actually feasibly get expertise.
Right.
Okay. So no expertise for the time being.
Okay. So I'll start with entering the alchemist shop to
Oh, I forgot the name of
Eh.
it.
I'll give you a second to think about it because I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Go ahead to go
Regardless?
somebody else. I'll get back.
I
would like
I have an idea for the name.
Oh boy.
Oh.
3 kobolds in a flask.
I would like to phase through Shadow's hand and then,
Oh yeah.
walk down to the town to the tavern.
Shadow,
Phantom
are
doing
you
phantom
letting him get
things.
away with this?
No, I grip harder, and if need be, I sink my claws in.
I phase.
He's
become Shadow.
he's become temporarily immaterial.
You can't grab him.
Hello.
Does that mean if I stab a knife through you, it just goes straight through?
Pretty much.
He's
I just
incorporeal.
follow him.
He's
so
incorporeal.
Please read the description of that ability because I don't think it's exactly that.
No, you're becoming incorporeal.
Hmm.
So like
I am
D5E.
back.
I know you pinned it.
All right, so the
Okay.
apothecary shop that you are looking at, which you realize now is a apothecary, not an alchemist, is called 3 kobolds in a flask.
Okay.
In a
Is there-
flask?
In a flask.
I'm
Yep.
It's a
assuming
very
it's-
large flask.
It's 3, and the icon on the thing is 3 very poorly drawn kobolds stuffed into a Erlenmeyer flask.
No, it's an Erlenmeyer
Is there
flask.
like shelves, or is it just like a shopkeep? What's the situation?
As you enter the building, you can't really see anybody, and there's no real shelves. There's like on the back wall behind the counter, there's shelves of stuff, and on the desk there is a little bell, like a
Okay,
type
I'll
of
ring
pick
the-
up and ringy bell, not like a press button bell.
I'll approach, and instead of ringing said bell, can I replicate the sound of the bell?
Probably. I don't know.
By the way, I pinged you.
I would
the,
imagine I
ability.
might have heard a bell like that
thank you.
before. Who knows? I've probably heard a lot of things. I'm kind of old for a Kenku.
Okay, the only information that it says about your wraith form is you attacks have disadvantage against you. Other than that, they function as normal, which means you can't actually phase out of Shadow's grip.
Why?
I mean, you can. I mean,
You can phase
technically
through, you can phase through walls. It doesn't say anything about phasing through people.
Actually, it does. You can
Um,
also move through creatures and objects as if they're difficult terrain.
Ah, okay, then you can
Can I roll
technically
it?
get out of her grip, but she can't grab you again.
What? Stop.
I mean, you can just keep going.
All right. Well, as you make the bell noise, you hear a quiet voice from deeper in, coming, and
No, I'll be right back.
a kobold pops around the corner, and they pull themselves up so that they're looking over the counter, and then you hear a second set of feet pitter pattering along, and zhoop, they are lifted up slightly higher, so that they can't meet your gaze, but they're just above the counter.
Okay.
Oh, you're spooky. What do you want?
I start because I'm not going to Google it, and I'm not going to say the ingredients of gunpowder on stream. I'm gonna.
We can just assume that it's black powder, which is charcoal, saltpeter, and something else. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna try to make
Sulfur.
probably like
Yeah,
smokeless
sulfur.
powder instead, but yeah.
You don't know how to make smokeless powder. That doesn't exist. That requires
Yes.
that requires a ton of modern stuff.
That is fair, yeah. I mean, smokeless powder's been around for a
It's
little bit.
been
but yeah.
around for around like
It's not
140
it's
years.
Semantics.
Yeah,
Semantics.
but still, we are operating on very heavy black powder.
Right. So I'm
No,
I'm
It's
gonna.
funny. I learned like the recipe for black powder in fucking middle school.
I learned it in
During
Yeah, no,
elementary
I
school.
remember.
The
I
principal straight up
probably
told
taught
me.
you.
No, you didn't teach me. I was taught by the fucking history teacher. No, it was high school. It was in high
It was
school.
high school. Was it the chemistry teacher?
No, it was the fucking history teacher.
Oh.
Base
It was the
history
really
teacher.
boring. It was the really boring history teacher that just gave us presentations all the time.
Is he boring? Yes. Was he also based? Yes.
It was
I got
just. It was
taught by
part of. It
WikiHow.
was part of. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't him. Never mind. I went to a cave that they used to mine saltpeter out of, and that's where they taught me. Never mind. That was wrong. I was not taught how to make gunpowder in school.
I feel like that's
was
something
taught,
our history teacher in high school would have taught.
I was taught how to make gunpowder in a cave.
And yes, I do try to grab Zag again.
Okay,
Remote control
roll a grapple check, which is an attack roll. It would be a dexterity-based attack roll, and Zag, you can either roll a acrobatics or a athletics to get away.
Okay, alright. I'm okay with this.
Do I add proficiency or no? Or do I just add the dex bond?
It would be proficient. You're proficient in your hands.
26.
Man, it won't roll for me.
I'm sorry, but I have a +9 to dex.
12.
You are grabbed. You have been grappled.
Why are you doing this to me? Why?
It's too early.
It's never too early.
Wait, you can go ethereal and she still fucking caught you?
I can't even explain it.
I'm just.
I just raise an eyebrow, and I'm like, do you really want to question my skills?
Not particularly.
I may only have a dagger on me, but I can do so much with it.
How can
Listen.
I convince you?
Okay, putting a pause in that because we
can.
were in the middle of Whistler's shopping spree. We're gonna hop back to that. Right. Let's see. What did they? They didn't used to call it salt. No, they called it saltpeter. Never mind. It's in fucking 7 days that they don't call it saltpeter.
Not sponsored.
You don't have to say not sponsored. You just have to say if you're sponsored. That's
know.
the thing.
I know.
Okay.
I was doing a bit.
All right. We have charcoal.
Wait, hold on. That's so out of the
Charcoal-
list. That's what they're telling me they have.
Yes. They charcoal, sulfur, and saltpeter. They only have charcoal.
I'm going to leave without really saying anything.
They're an apothecary. They make potions. They don't make explosives.
That's fair. Okay, I'm gonna try the general store next.
All right. You after a quick trek, you find your way to a. Oh, it's been so long, and I never wrote down the names of these shops. Regardless, you enter, and within there is a older orcish man behind the counter, seemingly counting coins in a little makeshift, well, not really makeshift cash register, but it's like a rudimentary cash register.
Okay, I'll approach and not really say anything.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you? You? Sorry,
Hold on.
you give off a vibe that is just kind of creepy. I don't know how to process this.
I'm looking for, and I'll go over the ingredients again.
All right. Oh, well, I don't got no charcoal. That's more the apothecary's business, but I do have from the mine. I do have.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, what's happening? I'm hearing like every third word.
Whistler's trying to buy the blueprints for black powder, but the one shop, the apothecary had only charcoal. This guy said he doesn't have charcoal. I do have that. I don't know what sulfur is, but I do got this weird yellow stuff. It smells really bad. If you want it, I can sell it to you, but it smells like shit. Well, it smells like rotten eggs, but it smells terrible.
That would be saltpeter.
That would be sulfur, actually.
Sulfur.
It's sulfur.
Sulfur
Sulfur
is
is
the
yellow
sulfur is the
powder
one that
that
smells
smells
like
like
eggs.
eggs.
I'm not a chemist. That would.
Dude, that's a common knowledge thing.
I've only got like this. He says, putting down like about three flasks of it. It's not
I mean,
well, not
that's
flasks.
a lot considering I'm making ammo.
They're not. No, they're not in flasks. They're in little, like, not tin, I guess. No, they'd probably be actually wrapped in paper, wouldn't they? They've been stinking up my stockroom. Hell, I'll give you a discount for them. 70, not 70. 7 gold apiece.
Say. Without question, I drop. Wait, I'm trying to think. 7 times 3. Hold on, give me a second.
21 for all three.
Okay, without question, I just drop 23 gold on the counter.
You didn't even try and haggle with this guy. Like, thank you. Enjoy your stinky powder.
So they didn't have the other ingredients then?
No. I don't got saltpeter on me. That would probably be. Well, Salt might have it. No idea what he's doing nowadays. He's that chaotic
Salt.
motherfucker, but he wouldn't. This guy wouldn't say motherfucker. That chaotic fish. I don't know what he gets up to. He probably has whatever you're looking for lying around.
Okay. In that case, I am going to go back to the apothecary, hoping the kobolds are still there, and ask for the charcoal.
The apothecary, it's not empty. You can hear it's people working around people working in the back.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm heading back there, hoping that the kobolds are still like. Oh wait, is the So they're not at the desk anymore?
They're not at the counter. They're back in the back room.
I will make the noise of the bell once again, refusing to use the bell.
You hear the pit-pat of little feet. Oh, hi again. You want that charcoal?
I'm just going to nod my head.
Okay. You hear them shout something in Draconic behind them, and you hear a slightly heavier set of pit-pats, and the widest kobold you have ever seen comes out of the back room. Like, this is the buffest kobold you have ever seen in your life.
Where's the wide Putin song right now?
Oh, you
No.
told it.
No.
Very wide kobold.
This dude, it looks like a
We
kobold
have the Giga
worked out
Chad
every
kobold.
day for their entire life, and then
That's
somebody
not okay.
took them in Photoshop and just pulled. Like, they are twice as wide as they are tall. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but you get what I'm saying.
He's a fucking polyhedron.
And so he's holding
The
a
fucking
big ol',
polygon.
what looks like a fucking 10-pound bag of charcoal over his head, and he puts it on the counter. That'll be about
No.
that'll be about 18 silvers.
Like what?
1.8
even-
gold.
I was gonna say I'm not even gonna do. Whistler refuses to do the math and just drops 2 gold.
Thanks. Enjoy the charcoal, I guess. Good luck with that. Good luck with whatever you're doing.
I'm just hearing the why. I'm just hearing the fucking music from the meme of Putin
Yes.
fucking walking down a hallway.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. It's just like this, like that song just plays. Yeah.
This kobold just walking
Let's
around
stop
the
talking
corner.
about let's stop talking about real life, please. Continue back to the
Alright.
game.
It's the
I will check with the blacksmith next to get the brass and steel for the ammunition. Well, brass, lead, and steel for the ammo.
As you approach the kind of almost hollowed out like tower in the wall, because it's like one of those corners of the walls with the watchtowers in them, but it's made of solid stone, and you can hear clanging from inside.
Okay. I'll approach.
You see a
Okay.
large black dragonborn pounding away at some metal.
Excuse me.
Yeah. He does not look at you as he's working.
I'm looking for steel, copper, and lead.
Raw materials. I don't tend to deal in those, but I can help you acquire them.
Preferably refined into sheets.
Sheets.
Refined into sheets.
Well, I can do that for you, but won't be able to get
Actually,
it done today.
do I have? Actually, hold on. Do I have like a small piece of paper?
Maybe, I guess. I don't.
I don't know. I don't know if I have like a book or anything like that that I could write in. Shit.
If you want to
Actually-
post something that you want me to work on, he gestures over and there's what looks like a little piece of wood with a knife stuck into it. Carve into that.
I go over to it and I carve both the small like shape and like dimensions, because I'm assuming, because I know how to draft firearms, I can probably draft ammo relatively easily.
Yep.
So I'm going to kind of sketch the bullet, or the casing and the bullet itself in rough dimensions, and kind of each one, or what each one is, and kind of make sure to specify that the dimensions have to be exact. And probably about another 20 rounds.
All right.
Or it's like a little times 20 or whatever. Basically drawing the dimensions for 308 or 762.
As you're carving it in, you hear the pounding of metal stop, and he looks over your shoulder at it. Huh, delicate work. I'll get it done in about 2 days.
I'll nod and then leave the knife in the paper, or in the wood, and leave.
Right.
I guess I'm done with my shopping then. Oh,
You don't have
I will be
saltpeter.
mixing. Oh wait, I don't have saltpeter. I need to find this. What was his name?
Salt.
I need to find Salt. I need to find Salt, who will hopefully sell me salt.
You do remember seeing one additional shop in town. The weird one with the giant fishing pole going into the harbor.
Oh no.
It's all at the
Oh,
very
no.
least peek my head in there.
You do you remember the shopkeeper referring to Salt as the fish? And as you peek in, you see behind the counter
Oh no.
a Kuatoa throwing
What?
looks like a femur. You don't know if it's human or what. He's throwing a femur, and this horrific abomination made of bones, various different creatures' bones, with a head that is made of a shark's jaw with human teeth glued onto it, catching the bone and bringing it back to the Kuatoa behind the counter.
Good old Canada.
Welcome
I've
to
seen weirder.
Welcome to
How did we
Salt.
spell? How was the name Canada spelled again? It was like K-A-E.
It was like Kanata or something like that.
Yes.
Whistler has almost been beyond the gates of the underworld. He's seen weirder.
No, he hasn't.
No.
Down there,
Okay, well.
it's like shadowy blobs that you see. You don't see a
Let
Kuatoa
me-
playing fetch with a demon dog.
I mean, okay. Allow me to amend my statement. He is most definitely unfazed by this, as he has no emotions. So I will approach. Before I actually approach, I'm putting my hood up, and then I will approach. So I'm a little smoky boy.
All right. Give me. Hi.
I was told you may have saltpeter.
Talking about this. He pulls out a small doll with a name tag that says Peter. This is my Peter.
Never change, Salt. Never change.
This is a TOS violation.
What happened? Sorry.
I don't know.
Salt showing off his Peter.
What?
God damn it.
Peter.
Peter, the horse is here.
It's a small wooden doll held together by strings.
Whistler could facepalm. He most definitely would.
I don't know why you would want to see him, but here he is. Free of charge.
Oh, Salt, we love you.
I'm looking for a powder that is called saltpeter, not a doll.
Oh, I can get you a powder. He pulls out an identical doll made of white stone and puts it in a mortar and pestle and starts grinding it.
The moment I see that, I'm just leaving.
Wait,
What if the doll was made of saltpeter?
Didn't you want your Peter? He pours the powdered Peter into a small bag.
Can I check to see, pulling my mask off for a moment, so you see all the scars in the eye and weird shit. Can I actually give it like a quick smell test just to see if it's actually saltpeter?
What, are you gonna just wind up fucking snorting a line of saltpeter like it's freaking
No, I just want
cocaine?
to check. I'm not going to snort saltpeter.
What does saltpeter smell like?
I don't know.
I searched what does saltpeter smell like, and it's just saying what does gunpowder smell like. Potassium nitrate. There we are.
Yeah, what is potassium nitrate smell?
Funnily enough, it's not actually a powder. It's more like a salt. It's crystals.
Yeah, saltpeter is much more. Hence the name saltpeter.
Yeah, fine. It's finely powdered crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't very explodey. You might want to go ask around the farms outside. Wait, no, he went southern. No, salt. You might want to I don't think this is used for too much. It's just limestone. You might want to go ask the farms out at the edge of town. They might have something. I'm pretty sure if what you're talking about is a weird crystal that's good in fertilizer, then it's out on the edge. You might get some from one of the farmers out on the edge of town.
I forgot you could make saltpeter out of manure.
Yes, you can.
I forgot about that.
Your bullets are gonna
Yeah,
smell
saltpeter
like
has a lot of
poo.
uses.
I mean,
That's not how bullets work. That's not how saltpeter works. But okay.
actually, wait, hold on. Can I go back to the blacksmith because I had an idea. Can we retcon real quick so I can go back to the blacksmith and change something? Because I don't want to have to go back and he's like, why the fuck are you back here? Can I just retcon something real quick?
What is it?
Can I specify that the core of the bullet is made of mithril?
No.
Damn it! I was gonna try to make +1 ammo.
This guy.
Mithril is not easily attainable.
Yeah, mithril
is
is very rare. This guy, as good of a blacksmith as he is, he does not commonly work in mithril.
Fair.
This
I was
guy
gonna
is
try to,
like the peak a civilian blacksmith can be. That'll require some kind of magical smith.
That's fair. So I'm guessing can't do like +1 ammo without something probably expensive as its core, something like mithril, I'd imagine.
Like, it would take him like 2 weeks to do
No,
that.
I know,
Like,
no,
it would
I
take
know.
him a
I'm just
long
trying to
time
think-
to be able to do that.
I'm just wondering what +1 ammo would be, and I'm going off of like real world, like armor piercing ammo usually has a steel core.
Yeah, that
But I'm
that
thinking,
does make sense.
Okay, so I'll do a copper jacket with steel core to make +1 ammo, and I'll do 20.
Oh, it would
20 armor piercing
have
rounds.
to be some rarer material than steel, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, all right, that's what. Okay, never
Because
mind.
he is this guy. Because plus
no, I'm
anything
kidding.
ammo is magical. It has to be magical for it to be plus.
Fair enough.
And so you would have to have magical materials. Oh, speaking
Okay,
of magical
alright,
materials,
don't worry about it, then I'm just
there are magical materials that exist in this world that would have special effects if you made them into weapons and bullets and such. You guys just haven't gone looking for them too much.
I will. I am now determined to make incendiary ammunition.
Oh god.
Like
Or
technically, you could make silver core rounds, which would be effective against undead. They wouldn't be plus ammo, but they would bypass magical resistance.
If you could get your hands on some phosphorus.
Then again, your gun is
I gotta check something,
already
too.
magical, so that wouldn't actually help you too much.
Mm.
All right.
I'm gonna get put on a list for googling this, but
For the time being, let's put a pause in your little shopping spree so we can hop back to the other group of Shadow.
I was gonna check
Shadow.
on the chemical composition of sarin.
God damn it.
Shadow, Zag, and Zan are currently having a bit of a kerfuffle.
Balthazar is just calmly napping. He's like,
Look, I get it. Alright, I get it. Sometimes I get a little carried away, but it is still necessary for me to relax. We kinda did, I don't know, almost died!
Hi, Shadow.
Oh,
I mean,
almost.
you're-
As you guys are shouting at each other, the one-armed fucking bugbear walks by. Hi, Shadow.
Hello.
His name is
Do you
his name
think
is
that you
Stock.
all died?
upon hearing Stock's voice.
Is Stock the one that got his arm ripped
Yes,
off?
the one-armed bugbear.
My
Yeah.
boy.
Did he get a new arm at any point?
Yes, he has a kind of like skeletal frame of a mechanical arm, probably made by Miko.
I
Which
just shut back to
actually,
Stock real
if
quick
you
in the
look at
middle
his
of this,
arm,
this
it
argument.
actually has Miko's name inscribed on it.
Ah,
Wow.
It's got like it's like a maker's mark.
Nico just has a little insignia that we've come to reference on his handiwork now. Balthazar just like, Balthazar previously, I sleep. Now he's like, Balthazar just kind of like sits up like,
Were you
looks over,
just
speaks-
napping, like leaning against like the pillars of the
Balthazar
church or
was
something?
He was lying flat on his cot. He slept
Oh,
like
this
a
whole
frickin'
argument is
bullseye.
happening outside.
Did you just set up a bed out here?
You
You
didn't?
set up a hammock. All right. I can
He's
respect
literally
it.
he strung a hammock alongside one of the two pillars, like out some of the pillars outside the church. He just strung up a hammock around them and has just been napping in it.
I get it.
It's just a camping tarp. It's not even a proper hammock. It's a camping tarp with some rope. But he's just like he made an impromptu hammock and just slept in it. He's like, I walked out here in the middle of the night and set this up. My wounds are mostly healed. I just don't like those flat medbay beds. They're uncomfortable.
Hey, Balthazar, you want to join me on patrol for a bit? And then I'm stuck on patrol, but I'd love to spend some time with you folks.
Sure.
We got a bunch of big rocks, and we're gonna see how far we could toss them.
Oh, you're speaking my language.
God confound it! Why is
Sounds
there a
like
whole
I'm like-
ton of yelling? As
Sounds
Ishmael
like-
was
Gets up out of hammock. Just, all right, let's go throw some rocks.
You're gonna once their patrol is done, you're gonna go rock throwing with the polycule.
There's
Go
a,
rock throwing with the crew.
I think Balthazar leaves, and there's a full beat, and I'm just like, anyway, you two were fighting.
Finally walks off to go rock throwing with the boys.
You know what? Fine. You have it your way. I will not go out and drink. I am simply going into town. That is all. Nothing be wrong. Nothing will go wrong. I promise.
I don't trust Vag, so I'm just gonna head to the blacksmith and drag him with me.
That's... I don't get you.
It's too early to be drinking. At least give it a few
lay-
more hours.
I lay down in Balthazar's cot and
Full on hammock.
continue drinking. Yeah, I lay back down. I lay down in Balthazar's hammock. I'm like, he ain't gonna be using this, and I just start drinking.
It is still oddly warm. He literally rolled out of bed, heard there was rock throwing, and fucking left.
This is all on brand.
Just, if you're going to at least drink, the earliest I'd say is high noon.
And you don't think the others are drinking somewhere? One of them had a fancy little flask, and he couldn't even give me a sip. What's wrong with it? So why are we going here? Why are we going to this place that you want to go to?
Because I need weapons, considering I just came back from the dead!
You sound like that's something different or unique. Fine.
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps coming out of this pendant that I'm wearing is very, very simple and common. Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you know, I think I remember you. Oh, I'm sorry.
What a dumb front of my eyes.
Блядь.
Wasn't enough. Having to watch him die again in his perspective?
Look, I apologize. There are many things that I have done wrong in my life that I'm not proud of. But let's save that for another date. I say let's go to this iron things. What you call it?
The blacksmith, you dum-dum.
Oh, yes. Pointy things, yes. I just, mostly for my weapons, I just stole them.
God confound
I
Zach, I
swear,
swear.
surrounded by idiots.
No, you're just dealing with the most drunken one. Balthazar's off throwing rocks.
No, you're on patrol. You're on patrol stock for now. He's got another
Roll
like
first,
hour. He's got
then
another
throw
hour or
rock.
two. Then it's rock throwing time.
Balthazar's like, as they're walking, he's just like rolling his shoulders. He's getting his arms ready. He's just like, okay, we better go. Strong man. Everyone else just having these entire side arcs. Balthazar's just like, I'm gonna go on patrol and go throw rocks with the crew.
You're gonna go and throw rocks with the fucking guards, the town guards.
Well,
There's a
yeah, they
couple
fucking
of them.
offer.
Yeah,
Free rock throwing.
these three are they're one of the groups like squads of town guards.
By the way, as soon as like he's just on the edge of earshot, you hear Balthazar cut into Goblin, and it's just like he and Stock are talking exclusively in Goblin. Balthazar's just thinking to himself, "This is one of the few times I get to use my native language." It just starts going. It's like
That's
Balthazar's
nice.
Goblin. Balthazar's Goblin sounds surprisingly elegant and like fluid. It's a very weird language. It's kind of like hearing Welsh, but sung and rapped at the same time. It's just like. If you don't know where you're starting from, you would not understand a fucking word. He is recounting to Stock of their great adventures up until now, his acquisition of Shada Shah, in this sort of like goblin epic style.
Balthazar being completely
Leaving out, of
Balthazar.
course, the times where Cyrus made your face eat ice. Well, not ice,
Oh no, he's
glass.
recounting that too. You post your L's in Goblin Epics, you post your L's.
You gotta.
Nobody would believe you otherwise.
Yeah, without the L's, there are no dubs.
It's like, we got the dub in the end, and I got the fucking sword, so that's a win. Most Goblin Epics are actually kind of bittersweet tragedies told at high speed. Anyway, that listed Goblin culture aside, back to the rest of the...
Yes.
I start poking Shadow. Are we there yet?
You hear as
See immediate return.
As Zag, as you are starting to do that, you hear a growl, a deep growl, come from behind you.
I want to turn around. No. Yes.
There is a
no,
large
yes, no,
shadow looming over you.
I turn around.
There is a whole ass saber cat behind you.
Shit, that cat. Man, am I glad I'm out of town for that son of a bitch. I still
I
don't
want
like
to
him.
run.
I don't let Zag run, and I just go over to Kubo with Zag in hand, mind you, and I go over to pet the saber cat.
As you approach, Kubo growls real quick at Zag, looks to you, and then licks your entire face. Kubo has grown a lot since you've seen him last.
It has been a whole year, so
No longer a cub.
He's grown fast.
Also, I was just thinking to himself,
It seems like he's out on.
shit.
It seems that he's out on a walk.
The cat.
Ariana is not with
Himself?
him. It's Ariana's not with him. Oh, he 100% has like a giant collar with a little dingle bell on it.
no.
Amazing.
He's just a little baby.
I can just imagine like Shadow trying to hold Zag while he's trying to break away while petting this giant saber cat.
The saber cat lifts up one of its paws and just rests it on your foot. You can no longer move your foot.
Going ghost.
No. I give Kubo some little chin scratches.
Kubo enjoys the chin scritches.
Can
No.
we, for once, for a moment, let's think for a moment. I just want to, actually get along with you for a moment, and it seems like I am just setting the bad impression.
Kubo
considering
Kubo
you're a
eyes
rogue.
you up and down. Looks back to Shadow and then nuzzles Shadow.
No.
Kubo is acknowledging that you exist. Other than that, they do not care about you.
You know, that's a win when it comes to cats.
It really is. That's a W.
Why I don't like cats.
You saying you guys don't want the attention of Shadow? Rude.
No, I mean IRL. I don't like cats. I'm a dog guy.
Fair. Anyways.
What the fuck?
Funnily, it's something funny about that.
dare you.
A little bit off topic, but the reason why people assumed that cats aren't as affectionate as dogs is because they measured how affectionate cats are against how affectionate dogs are, and they show their affection in very different ways. So they are as affectionate as dogs. It's just they do it in a different way.
Anyways.
No, that's completely fair. I just don't like. I'm just not a cat guy.
Yep.
Some cats are
It
just
takes
the
a lot
absolute
more to
big
get a cat to like you.
Oh, it does. Cats will set boundaries, and if you, in any way, cross those boundaries, they will make it to you.
A cat is a tiny tiger that lives in your house. A dog is
A
a
cat-
packmate.
A cat is a guy.
A cat is a roommate.
A cat is a person who cannot like. You can stop liking. And that's why I love cats.
Anyways,
Yes, continuing on. Ishmael, what are you doing while all this is going down?
well, I'm assuming like Zio would be kind of close by. I don't know what Zio.
Yeah, Zio. Is Zio still in the? Or did you go back to the tavern, Zio?
I've been hanging out with Karen for the most part.
Right. Yeah. You've been spending a bit of time with your leatherworking mentor. Okay. What has Ishmael been doing then? You've been recovering from your broken bones.
Yeah, as well as trying to figure out how the weapon works, because he only has it, but he never really did an entire detailed analysis of it.
All right. Well,
Before,
as
so
you are attuned to it, you do know what it can do, but you don't quite know how to activate such said abilities.
Yes. So it's pretty much like
Guessing you just went outside of town into some of the demolished farm fields.
yeah, somewhere isolated, so I can do a lot of experimentations in peace and not risk blowing anything important up.
Yeah. You won't blow anything up out here that hasn't already been blown up.
Yep.
Oops.
Is pretty much I would. Okay, so yes, I'll be just like doing a whole ton of experimentations, trying to figure out like how the charges work. Since like I know it can hold like in a weird way, like I know it can hold power, but I don't know how to transfer that power into the weapon. So I'll be trying to figure that out, figure how to use that power in multiple different ways, etc., etc.
Yep.
I'm assuming it would track attention just because it's fucking lightning, bangs of lightning at some point.
Oh yeah, there has like
so-
as you're figuring it out, like occasionally there's just like a blinding flash in that from coming from where you are as a bolt of lightning is straight up cast from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna, for purpose of experimentation, I'm just going to get rid of 2 spell slots for its 2 main abilities.
For this day, you don't even have to do that. Technically, 3 days have passed. This is just 3 days of relative uneventful just recovering in town have passed, so you don't even need to do that. This could just be your first day or second day.
Okay, fair enough. But it's pretty much like I'll be completely testing and understanding the limits of the weapon. And I'll also, as like I'm going through the weapon, I'll also notice like the weapon, there's like, even though like it's been forged, I can tell there's been
There are
several
shards
fractures.
missing. Yeah,
exactly.
There's little pieces missing of it.
I think they'll be more like decent sized, just given how the weapon is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't seem to have any impact on the structural integrity of the weapon, but it seems that occasionally sparks of electricity come out of those spots. Not enough to hurt you, but it seems that it loses power due to it.
After doing like a fair amount of testing for like a couple of hours, like trying to fully understanding it, I'll probably actually try to find Zio specifically. Like wandering around town, because like this, you guys forget, this town is completely foreign to me. I don't know where anything is, so I'm just gonna be wandering around aimlessly trying to find Zio.
You know where the mayor is. You know where the tavern is, but other than that, you
And
have
the temple.
And
Only
and the
3.
temple. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, you have no idea where anything is. Like.
So, like I said, I'm gonna be wandering around aimlessly trying to find Zio.
Zio's probably inside Karen's house. So you're probably not going to be able to find him. You do spot Balthazar, though, talking with one of the guards as they're just walking along.
This entire conversation is in Goblin, which I'm assuming you do not speak.
You have no idea what they're saying.
Oh, heavens no. Oh, heavens no.
Do I spot him?
He's currently behind you.
I'm not trying to hide.
So he's behind you, though, so... unless...
Like, you can tell, like, I am completely fucking confused. Like, I'm, like, looking every which way. It's just, like... You can tell I'm, like, a lost puppy.
Stock actually notices you before Balthazar does, due to, well, Stock being tremendously tall. And he waves you over with his good arm. Well, not good arm, but his not robot arm.
Ishmael will
regular
pause for a
arm,
moment, would pause for a moment, just like look around. It's like, is he talking to me? It's like, oh.
And then you see
he's
Balthazar
messaging.
next to him.
Yeah, and then I'll just like waddle on over here.
You're one of Balthazar's crew, right?
Yeah,
And
that he is.
All right.
My
Want
name
to go throw
is-
rocks?
Throwing rocks? No, not exactly. In fact, I was trying to find Zio. There's something I want to speak with them
Zaya
about.
went over to Karen's place. She doesn't tend to like visitors, so he'll probably be tied up until evening, I'd imagine.
I see. I'm pretty sure I was hearing yelling when I was coming out to the woods. I'm assuming that was...
Oh, that was Zag and Shadow. Or no, he wouldn't know Zag's name. That was Shadow and the drunkard.
The one who's always...
Zag.
Zag.
Oh,
The drunkard, Zag, if that's his name.
Yes.
I swear, that man is gonna have to learn to control himself a lot more.
He's
Though
a
it seems
serial
like-
alcoholic.
Indeed, he is, and it smelled like immediately, like after the alcoholic, would just like have a quick flashback to Zach kissing him and just like he just buries his face in his hands, carrying the this lightning rod, like right on the thing down as he just like face palming hard. That trucking idiot really needs to learn how to control how much alcohol he consumes.
Your
Yeah,
eyebrows,
Shadow will
your
get that.
eyebrows are now poofed up with static electricity.
Jesus Christ!
No, all of your hair would be actually because you just fucking stuck your head to what is
Oh,
effectively a lightning rod.
Yeah, just
Oh, for face's sake!
looking like a glam metal head up in here.
Stock kind of chuckles. You look like that old storm deity. Oh, she always had puffed up hair like that. Kind of funny.
Indeed, I never heard of such a thing. I'm not exactly around here. Well, you could probably figure that out just by looking at me. But, yeah.
Well, there's not much information about her. Just a small mural in the temple.
Mural? Perhaps I should learn about this deity later on, but...
Could be interesting.
Maybe.
Feels like
But still, do you want to come throw rocks?
What was your reception to throwing rocks? I don't understand.
I've been invited to go throw rocks.
We
after we're done.
got a pile
Oh,
of real nice rocks. Do you want to see how far you can throw them?
big rock.
I'd rather
Throw a big
pass.
rock.
As much as the invitation, and enjoying the invitation, but I think we're going to decline your offer.
All right, your loss.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm more going to get myself a bit more situated with understanding this town or city. however you want to call it.
Oh, if you wanna tour the town, go ask Grisha. He'd be more than happy to take a break from his duties to do that for you.
You sure? I do know the elemental has much work to do.
I'd love a break. Old men love a break.
Maybe I shall go.
The
with
way
them.
he's talking about Grisha is not like some reverential figure. It's like he's talking about his fucking grandpa.
I see.
Though, from anybody who's referred to Grisha, they all talk about him like that. They don't see him as a deity. They see him as, like, the town's dad.
That's hilarious. Maybe I should go visit him. Also, catch up on figuring everything out as well. Yeah. So, pardon me. I was just kind of muttering to myself. But thank you for your offer. I'm gonna go meet with Grisha himself, if you wouldn't mind. And he's just gonna give like a respectful bow to the both of them and start heading over to Grisha's place.
All right. Has anybody else... Well, Zan is currently day drinking in Balthazar's hammock. Zagre and Shadow are going to see Dragul. Whistler
Le blacksmith.
is on his way to one of the farmhouses to try and get some saltpeter. Balthazar is gonna go rock throwing. Zio is spending time with the person who taught him leatherworking.
His mentor.
And Ishmael is now heading to go talk to Grisha.
Alf and the crew going rock throwing. Go.
I fully set up a little line in the sand to what denotes noon, and the moment it goes over, I go, noon, and I down the shit. I down the rest of the flask. Like, there we go. Now we're in regulation, and that scary cat lady won't kill me. I'm gonna live forever.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Actually, speaking of Zan,
Uh-oh.
as you like say that and down the flask, a tall dragonborn man walks up to you. If I remember correctly, he was a white dragonborn. Though I'm not 100% sure. It's been a very long time. He's wearing a rather fancy overcoat. Like, it seems to be, and it seems to be oiled to be waterproof. You wouldn't happen to know where the Allies Adrift are, would you? Or
Well,
Grisha, for that matter. I'd like to go say hi. I'd like to make my presence known.
Well, who's asking? I guess it's my first question.
I thought you didn't look like a local. I am Captain Quill. I am an old acquaintance of Grisha, and well, I've sailed with the Allies Adrift a time.
All right. Well, pleasure to meet you, Captain. They're mostly just kind of staccato style, running around town doing whatever mayhem they wish. When it comes to the Allies Adrift, if I could assume where Grisha is, I would guess it is probably at his estate downtown. If I could assume, you know what I mean, down village, that deal.
Yes.
If you want, I can come with you. I've been meaning to make them some food.
Well, if you're offering, then we might as well go together.
All right.
He has a flintlock pistol on his belt and a cutlass.
Hey.
He's got a flintlock and a cutlass on his belt.
I respect the usage of more traditional firearms, I must say.
Traditional? I'm quite unsure what you mean. This is...
I pull out a bolt action rifle.
What?
Yeah.
That is... I almost wanted to call it a musket, but there's no way in all the nine hells that thing is a musket. Or
I pull the
near it.
bolts. I pull the bolt like 5 or 6 times, and bullets keep coming out. I'm like, yeah, it's a bit beyond a musket. It's a bit beyond a musket, Captain.
Well, I'll be.
It's a repeater musket, but better.
But even better, yeah.
Wait until we introduce him to the concept of rifling.
Listen, I know a guy. If you're ever in the void, tell him Zan sent you, and you'll
Void?
get something good. Oh yeah, you know the big expanse of clouds to the south. Just go through there. Go through the unending storm, past these spiritual dragons and other things trying to stop you. Hey, you can't miss it. Once you hit the never-ending desert. Once you hit the never-ending desert that is full of drow and has an entirely different aesthetic palette, you're there.
He's just staring
miss
at
it.
you. You lost me at when you were talking about that giant storm on the... Never eat second waffles. The Southwest
Oh
Ocean.
god, what happened? Oh god, wait until we introduce him to the concept of the shotgun.
Well, he actually understands the concept of a shotgun because cannons, you can fire grape shot, which is effectively just cannon shotgun.
Now, let me give you a little push. What if cannons were smaller, but they were full of grape shot, and they were also smaller? Eh?
I got a feeling Zan's just gonna arm the people with fucking blunderbuss.
I think I'd pull out the worst.
You mean a blunderbuss?
Yeah, but better. What if it was better? What if it had like smaller What if it had smaller cannons that you could pack in that were disposable and easily removed? Therefore, you don't have to go through the whole deal of loading the thing. And you self-contain it. I pull out a bullet. I'm like, see if if you put the powder and the ability to light it all within one thing that you just put into your own device, it actually speeds the process up quite quickly. I set up like 5 bottles and I shoot them all. I'm like, see?
There's just gunfire happening in the center of
town. I set off a gun in the middle of downtown. Yes.
Quite a few. There's not actually a lot of people around right now, but like the whole town heard your gunshots.
What bloody hell's is going on?
Did I hear them?
Yes, you heard them.
Everyone did.
I'll probably end up come running, rifle at the ready.
Could I have?
I'm the one other person with a gun.
Could I have one of those odd musket balls? Take it apart, learn how it works, see if I can.
Call the cartridge.
See if I can reverse engineer it.
I pull out one cartridge, and I also pull out the worst gun I have, which is like a Derringer style gun. It's like, yeah, this thing's basically garbage, so you can also take this and kind of reverse engineer that. At least where I'm from. Yeah, no problem. Now let's get to stepping.
Yes.
Emmett, now I have to beat somebody in the arms race.
My roommate is texting me, my love. I don't know if you know, but yeah.
Oh, did I missed messages.
Yeah, just want you to know.
Now I have to compete in the arms race.
Okay.
Quick, to develop the SKS.
All right.
Whoever makes 50 BMG rat shot.
Okay, we're gonna hop back to Shadow.
Shadow and Zag, where Zag is like pleading for his life.
Save him.
I just kind of looked to Kubo real quick. Can you want to walk with us to the blacksmith, Kubo?
Instead of leading you to the blacksmith, Kubo kind of paws at you and starts walking back towards town. This all occurs before the gunshots happened.
I'm just gonna follow Kubo, and Zag is very much gonna come with me. He has no say in the matter.
Just fucking lasso him.
I do have, well, I mean, technically, I do have rope.
Look, I am going to come willingly at this point. I have had enough of the dragging for right now.
Alright, I suppose your ear is quite sore, considering.
Yeah, lay off the goods for a moment, please.
Your ears are the goods?
I look Zag up and down. I'm like, I don't see any goods. If anything, I just see something sadly a little pathetic to be called a rogue.
Oh my goodness!
The man is dead.
Oh?
I let him go right after I finished that sentence.
Bang bang.
I'll have you know that I had many suitors, yes, from where I was before.
I find that quite hard to believe.
Completely bullshitting.
I don't think you know where I came from in the first.
As you are discussing this, you hear Shadow. You hear a familiar voice call out to Kubo, asking, "Oh, what did you bring back?"
Shadow's ears perk up, and she's just gonna look to see where that voice is coming from.
Kubo is rubbing up against your old friend Ariana.
Well, hello there. It's been a while.
Ariana! Shadow is going to run over and give Ariana a hug and just agree. Yes, it has been quite a long time. Yeah.
As you are hugging, Kubo hops up on both legs and nearly takes you all to the floor with wrapping you both in a bear hug.
Wholesomeness.
I'm the cool one.
Yes, it's... How long's it been? A year or so or something?
Yes, essentially. It's been a ride, I'll tell you that much. I wasn't even there for most of it.
That's...
It's a long story for perhaps another time.
Okay. I know it's been a while and I've just been here and raising Kubo. You can see he's gotten quite a bit bigger since you've last seen him.
Yes, it seems he's no longer a cub. I remember I could just hold him in my arms, and now I think he can hold me in his.
Yeah, we've gone on quite a few excursions, bear plus saber-toothed cat. It's been good. What about you guys? I mean, how's Balthazar, Zio, how's everyone doing?
Well, Balthazar and I are doing pretty much about the same, to be honest. They're doing quite well. Balthazar has acquired a very nice, I must say, a very nice weapon.
It's good to hear.
Zio definitely leveled up as well. He's much stronger than he used to be. Especially because his echo can now take a much more physical form.
Interesting. I can imagine that helps you out guys in battle a lot. I imagine you haven't lost anyone recently with those kind of skills.
You know,
No,
Like
not
this
at
one.
all.
Can we keep
I'm
Nothing
sorry.
has ever gone wrong in this party ever.
Shadow just has a look on her face. Say that.
She just cries. Is
begins
that
to
moment
cry,
that she knew she
crumbles,
fucked up?
begins to cry?
I see. Okay. I forget I said anything
Say
then.
that.
And then bang.
Yep.
Zag,
When I
Zag in the
mentioned I wasn't
background
here
just
for
giggled.
almost a year,
Zag is just watching all this happen.
I shoot Zag a death glare. I will murder you on
I
spot.
turn
if I need
around
to.
and whistle a bit. One
Time to
foot
leave.
after the other.
I mean, she's occupied by a giant cat, so.
Just a quick question, Ariana. Does Kubo know any tricks?
Oh no.
I'd say I've trained him pretty well. If you want to command him in any way, I think I've taught him most things.
Oh no.
Wait to Zag.
Mm-mm. Well, here's the thing.
Zag just starts running.
Speeds run up a tree.
Up a tree.
I go up a tree. Do I have to roll for?
Yeah, that'll help.
That'll
Do
do
I
it.
roll for action checks?
No one who would be chasing you could climb, let me tell you.
Nope.
I don't
Especially
need
not
to.
a cat.
Oh.
Our
Uh,
DM is currently muted, as there is much background noise.
Yes.
I-
I am in mild uncomfort now.
Look. I just made a joke, okay? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of humor. Humor can come in many ways. Like, for instance, I'm really lost at this point.
Is this individual with all of you now?
Yes, it's a long story. Essentially, we went to the void at some point, and then we ended up finding a little circus tent on a stump. For some reason, we thought it was a great idea to go in. And
yes.
this one popped out of a wine barrel.
It was not exactly a wine barrel.
It was a
per
barrel
se.
with alcohol.
Yes. And then they gave me some weird drink. I don't remember. It was very weird. Lots of lights, lots of things.
He's mostly harmless. Don't worry about him.
Doesn't even mention the other one.
So with him, we also at the same circus tent we ended up getting one more member who's much more sensible than this idiot over here.
Ariana just kind of regards, is it Zag, and just kind of, it's like, I see. Well, hopefully there's not too many like him, I suppose. Now,
What?
if you'll excuse me, it's been wonderful to catch up with you, Shadow, but I do believe Kubo's probably getting hungry right about now.
If anything, there's a good meal standing
I
right near
am
me.
not a snack.
It's not good enough for Kubo, I'd say.
Kubo probably has a much more refined.
Would you like some
taste.
ice with that burn?
911, I just witnessed a fucking murder.
You know what? Fine. You have it your way. You keep messing with me. I'm going into town now. This is what I'm doing, and you can deal with your cub, which is very adorable, yet very, very, very dangerous. And I'm off on
Oh,
my
he's
own
not
now.
that dangerous.
I
I
walk
swear,
off.
if I find you at the bar drinking, I'm going.
I walk
You're in
into
your
town.
I am gone. You can't find me now. Leave me be.
Yes, I'll just turn to Shadow and just reach out for a hug and say, I'm always in town if you ever need me.
You know, I think I might like to visit occasionally. I am currently the only female.
Yes, I can provide some solace. You're welcome here anytime. And she'll just kind of smile with memories and turn away. And
I'll
Ariana
make sure
is done.
after she leaves, Shaw just says, "I'll make sure to tell Balthazar and Zaya you're in town, and maybe we can all come visit."
Oh yes, yes. And please do tell them if they are feeling any guilt about Kubo and how he became ours. He's been doing just fine.
I give Kubo a little bit of scritches before he leaves.
Kubo does the appreciate. All right. Thank you for the little cameo. If you're heading out, I wish you the best.
Yes.
Yeah,
Have
thank
fun,
you.
guys.
Quick explanation
Bye.
of who that was. That was Ariana, somebody who started with us in this campaign 2 years ago when we first started, but could no longer make it to the sessions, and so her character kind of retired in the town.
But if you want to, continue to see me as a player, I'll be in the other campaign as on Wednesdays. So catch you guys there.
Good plug.
Awesome.
That's good. Good stuff.
Good
Great.
plug,
Plug
10
the
out of 10.
stream. Plug the stream.
Plug the stream to the stream where I'm pretty sure it's just us watching it.
Oh well. Anyway, nice seeing you guys. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Now, Zach would like to go down to the.
Pick your next words very carefully.
Zach,
Can I-
as
what
you're
time is
starting to head towards wherever you're
Okay.
starting to head towards,
Okay.
there is 6 consecutive shots of gunfire near the center of town.
Now this bad little baby shoots real good like.
Quill is pretty much unfazed by the gunfire, but he just taps you on the shoulder and says, "You do know we're in the middle of a town, right?"
Yeah, what of it?
Gunfire is... This is the only gun most of the people in this town have ever seen, he says, pointing at the
Right.
flintlock.
I mean,
And I have never
fired
fired it in town.
people. I did notice that it was woefully quiet around these parts. I think I'm getting a bit of a culture shock from my hometown compared to my hometown, which was on fire about 4 days a week and riddled with bullets the other 3.
As you are saying that, everybody who heard the gunshots and is like combat-y arrives. Whistler arrives, gun drawn. Zag arrives. Does Shadow arrive?
Probably.
I was messaging you. I've actually perched myself up on a roof somewhere and I'm scanning for somebody to shoot. I've gone full Chris Kyle, and I am ready to take somebody out.
Actually, no. Shadow's not gonna come over because she knows that these are probably the only people who have guns in this town, and she's not that worried. She just kind of sighs, face palms a little bit, and continues to head towards the blacksmith. That's a much better choice.
The blacksmith is
She's
completely
not dealing
the
with
blacksmith
idiots
is completely
men.
unfazed. He probably didn't even hear it over his own clanging. Zan,
Shadow's not going to be bothered by the idiocy of men.
as you're realizing, oh shit, people aren't used to gunfire here. Heavy footsteps are heard behind you.
I turn around. I'm like,
There is a massive orcish woman glaring at you.
ah, hi there, howdy, nice to meet you.
Guessing that noise was yours.
Yeah, I was advertising.
I'm
Well-
assuming I see this probably through my scope.
Yeah,
I'll train my rifle on this woman's head.
Whoa!
you recognize her as one of the
person.
town's guards.
I don't care.
She's a cop.
Also, I'm stealthed
Fine.
on this roof, most definitely. I just use my passive though, which is like a 25. So
Passive stealth is only generally used when you're moving.
fair enough. I'll hide.
Yeah.
I mean, you're how
I'll
far
hide.
away?
Great. Now we've got to go tell the town that the giant, loud, booming noise was not a midday bombing strike. It was, in fact, an idiot with a very loud firecracker.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Quill, take him to Grecia's. I'll go spread the word.
I was just already going to Greece's anyways.
She face palms and then just shakes her head and goes off and starts
I'll
going
be right
literally
back.
door to door in town, telling people, "No, we're fine. We're not getting bombed."
See, you get. I continue back at the cabin. I'm like, you see, you get one of these bad boys, you make one of those bad boys work, boy, no one will expect it. Have the world eaten out of your hand.
If you well, considering the reaction you got from the townsfolk, it'll
course,
work a treat.
Of course, if you go into the void, everyone would laugh at you for having a gun from 100 years ago. But don't go to the void anyway. It's bad there. Well, it's less bad now. Debatably less bad. There we go.
Well,
So yeah, to Grecia's we go.
I suppose he doesn't have a southern accent. He should have like a pirate accent.
Yarg!
Ah, that was loud.
Okay, I'm back.
Ahoy.
Uncomfort rises. Re.
Quick note: if anything is like, just DM me if there's something fucky going on. I can try and fix whatever's happening. Let's see. Continuing. Right. Ishmael, as you're arriving at Grecia's about the same time as Quill and Zan are, you recognized the gunfire. And you see Zan a little bit red in the face and a dragonborn you don't recognize.
Ah, Zan, it's nice to see you. Though,
Yeah.
assuming that you are firing your weapon inside the city.
Listen, I had a little bit of that liquid courage in me, and also I'm not used to a town that relatively hasn't seen much strife. Or at least is used to strife, but not used to strife to the point where they're, numb to it. I had tinnitus when I was 7.
I would like to kind of like, because I would imagine I was probably following one of them from the rooftops. So I'm just gonna kind of pop down off a roof and just kind of like appear behind them.
The bird appears.
wisdom.
Nice. I noticed at
Wisdom
first.
save for that.
Because I'm not
I'm
taking.
gonna make a wisdom save with this.
With a passive of 25 stealth. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not actively looking, so like I don't even notice you.
So this is a village.
I freak the fuck out. Ah!
What are you screaming? Oh Jesus!
You gotta stop fucking doing that.
Hello, Whistler.
It's just a mild nod.
Turn back to Zan. So, would you mind telling me who this compatriot of yours is?
He can
Companion, I should probably say.
himself.
I'm Captain Quill. An old friend of Grisha's.
I see. Ishmael Zolmaya of the Allies Adrift.
Pleasure to
You're
meet you. He reaches out like an arm, seemingly like a. Do you reach out a hand, like as a handshake, or no?
Yeah, why not?
He does like a forearm grab and shakes you just a moment, for just a moment. You are sturdy enough to withstand it. But this guy, he's pretty strong. Speaking of, his general description, he's wearing like a tricorn hat with a feather, and he has like spines coming out of the back of his head, almost like porcupine quills. Which is probably where he got his nickname.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, he's wearing a long coat that's oiled to be waterproof.
Oh yeah, I just remembered something. He turned back to Whistler for a moment. Remind me that I need to ask you a couple questions after our meeting with Grisha. I rather just be. This is something I just want to know. What's the word? Personal curiosity, I think, is best way. Is that best way to phrase it?
I'm gonna kind of nod and twist my head just a little bit.
The door to Grisha's house opens up, and he's just like, "What is all this noise going on?" Ah, you folks.
Good afternoon, Grisha.
Good afternoon, Ishmael. Come in. You're coming to see me, yes? Ah, Captain Quill. You got my message. Good.
Your message? Nah, I'll have you more questions to ask, but do forgive me. And he's gonna enter the house generously, or like he's gonna
Yeah.
I
get it.
I'm trying to say.
All of you, sit. I'll make you some tea. He goes.
I'm gonna stand.
Okay.
We've seen what happens when you don't sit, Whistler. I'm begging you.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to pay what
don't anger the Elder Phoenix.
He doesn't seem to pay any real mind to the fact that Whistler isn't sitting, or just the overall vibe of Whistler. He seems he's being perfectly pleasant to all of you. He, soon enough, comes back with a tray full of tea, and he hands a cup to each of you.
Well, there is one thing I wanted to ask you before anything else. However, it seems like you have prior engagements to deal with.
No. No, Quill chimes in. No. Our conversations can wait.
Well, mine was more about settling my curiosity. I'm not exactly accustomed to this little town, so it's like hoping for a little tour.
Of course.
What was the big hairy thing? Sorry, I'm not quite.
Stock. You're talking about Stock. He is one of the town's guards.
I mean, that I figured. I just didn't realize anyone like him before. Not back where I'm from, at least.
Well, you've seen Balthazar. They're of the same species, more or less. Well, not species per se, but they're both goblinoids. Well, though, I guess...
Evolutionary group would
yes.
be the proper term for it.
Though I suppose that would be saying that you and your friend Zayag are the same species as well. Different types of elves.
Yes and no, I think is the best way to phrase it. As he starts like rubbing his ear, like as I know he's hinting at that.
Seems like kind of a older variant. I'd always heard elves and general elvenkin came from the
Wait, Balthazar
Feywild
here?
originally.
When
No,
did Balthazar get here?
Balthazar
I'm
is
Alright,
not.
scared.
Balthazar is not
All right,
here.
that was David. That was Davis, the player, getting bored.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Gotta keep going.
I'm just waiting until Rock Throwing comes in. Go on, go on.
All right. Well, he is a bugbear, one of the 3 general subspecies of goblinoid.
I see. So, sorry for me. So if I come off rude, I'm used to a completely different environment. I've never seen anything like that.
Trying to
before.
learn is not rude as long as you do it with kindness.
Wise words. Now, what I was just trying to figure out was a tour of the town. I think, because I'm still very new, and I only know of the temple, well, this place, and the tavern.
I'd be more than
That sounds
willing.
really-
I'd be more than willing to give you a walk around town.
Thank you.
Please finish your
No.
tea, all of you. He gestures to the whole table.
Uncomfortably removes mask.
Quill has already finished his, and he has a contented smile on his face. He seems to have had this quite a few times, and he never got sick of it.
How can you? Mayor Iroh.
As
Mayor
you
Iroh
all,
gives you
once
tea,
again,
you
as
drink
you
the
all
tea.
drink the tea, a warm feeling comes over you, like you're at home. It even affects Whistler, whose emotions who thought that his emotions were numbed completely after being washed in the rivers of death.
It's Mayor Iroh. You don't question things.
I don't know if crows can smile.
Technically, no, but there is a slight twinkle in your eye, I suppose.
The one eye that works, yes.
Right. Then with me, after you all finish your tea, he stands up and deals with all the dish, puts it in his kitchen, and walks out the door. Making sure that you all follow him, holding the door for you all.
I'll nod as I pass by. Though, never mind. I was gonna say something. I was like, wait, no, never mind.
I do a little hat tip.
I'm
As
gonna put my
he,
mask back on.
I just realized none of you actually experienced the town tour from the very first time they got into Swafford. Even Gala, even you, who is currently playing Ben, who's currently playing.
Who's playing Ben?
I'm not a real person. Ben was a psychological study. Ben was the psychological study conducted by the Harvard Psychology Center. Thank you for your time.
Hey, better than the last time Stanford did a psychological study. Yeesh.
Oh no! I apologize for your DM's communication errors.
It's fine.
It's frequent.
I
We're
got
used
the
to it.
idea.
I have called Davis Doug before, Doug Davis. I've called Colin Davis.
And you used to call me Alan.
We're all
Yeah,
Davis
see?
now.
You are all.
It is an issue that I've had for a very long time. I call people the wrong name.
Anyways.
Yes, moving on.
Come on.
You all, Grisha walks you around the town, and, well, as he walks through town, you see a couple people like coming back out after the scare with the gunfire, and he's talking with all of them. They all get quite. He always has this warm smile on his face, and every single time one of these people talk to him, they seem so happy to see him. And he has a quick conversation with most people, generally consisting of a few small pleasantries, and moves along. He shows you all the different sections of the town. He shows you past Dragul's smithing place in the town wall, and you see Shadow heading in. He shows you to the markets, which there's a whole bunch of different stuff going on here. It's like a bunch of small like shop things, like little tools, leather, crafting like standard crafting components like lumber, leather, things like that. There is the 3 kobolds in a flask, which is the the apothecary, where you can get like potions and remedies and things. There is Salt's bait shop, which it's kind of like a pawn shop, but exclusively for fishing gear and random other shit.
Oh, it's a pawn shop with an emphasis on fishing equipment.
Yes.
Whatever else Salt pulls up out of the drink.
Yeah.
And Canada. Don't forget about Canada.
Basically, Salt fishes in the bay. A lot of the stuff that he sells is literally trash.
Considering we sold him a bag of human teeth.
Yes, and he used them to complete Canada.
It's beautiful.
Yes, he
Where
did.
did we?
That's
that?
environmental
We
storytelling
got
right
it
there,
from the
Cat.
dungeon.
You got it off a vampire.
Oh yeah, no, it was the vampire dude.
I forgot about that. I forgot that vampire just had a bag of human teeth.
I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah.
Gala. Gala took the bag of teeth from one of the vampires and sold it to Salt for some fucking reason. Because
I don't remember.
the general shopkeeper wouldn't buy it.
I
He didn't
would
want
never.
the teeth.
I also wasn't around for the vampires.
Right? Yeah.
I
It
wasn't
was-
around for the vampires either.
Who
Was it?
who was it?
My name's Balthazar.
It wasn't Balthazar. It was a slinkier character.
Was it?
Kirby?
Might have been Hirvi.
Could that be Kirby? That feels like Kirby.
Was Harvey before or after the vampires?
Before. Because you
Before.
found
Probably was
Hirvi the
Hirvi.
session after you beat the skeletal wyvern in the mine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anyways,
Yes, continuing on. There is the general store with the one keeper guy. Also, he is introducing all of you to the people in the town, seemingly making it well known that you are part of the Allies Adrift. And
it's about
a lot of the like odd glances that you guys had been getting start going away as he's walking through town with you.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah, the townsfolk are no longer seeing you as these odd strangers. They're accepting you.
Whistler doesn't like this.
Too bad.
Well, I see why these people would put a lot of trust in you.
I don't
Though-
quite understand it myself. I've just been here a long time, I suppose.
Well,
Considering the
it's-
whole town was built around him.
well, compared to some other places, that you actually care for its people. You actively try to conversate, try to build relations with them, as well as being its protector and leader.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
this feels outside. This is outside my understanding of structures of power.
I have no power over anyone in town. They just kind of decided I was the mayor. I've been here since the founding of the town. But, well, every generation just decided that I'm everyone's grandpa.
Zan cocks his head fully to the side. He's like, so there wasn't like some day that you just strolled into town and were like, this is all mine now, and came in there and set like the old mayor's house on fire or something? Nothing like that.
Oh, no, of course not. By the flames, no.
By the flames.
I just kind of...
Motherfucker, he is the flames.
I settled here a long, long time ago with my little house. And just people kept showing up and decided to stay.
Well, I'm assuming you did brew your tea for them, yes?
Oh, of course. It's only good manners.
That tea is something.
That you can say that again. So
It probably
drinking this tea,
helps that I was able to protect them from from any significant threats that came through.
Yes, being incredibly strong usually does allow people to want to follow you. Just normally, from what I can tell, they usually do it by force and enforce a very rigid social contract.
you and I differ from our lifestyles then. For almost
It's
all I
quite
can, since the beginning of time, the different lords of the Feywilds have always ruled over their lands. Though lifespans for them are like mere, like generations upon like centuries, even millennia is nothing more than like a couple of years in relative time to us. But back then, back home, it's like it's pretty much they've been in charge of their own territories for as long as I can remember, as long as history has known.
Oh, the Feywild. It's been so long since I visited that old man.
Well, I can at least tell you one thing, and that is, well, the Feywild itself is burning on fire at this moment.
I feared as much. With the absence of the hosts of the angelic horde, it makes sense they would go somewhere else.
Unfortunately, it went to my home. Well,
Regardless,
I was
let us continue our tour.
yes.
His face like
Don't-
falls for a moment as if he's recalling something, and then he shakes his head and snaps back into the tour.
So I do want to know about this. Oh, what was their name? I wanted to speak with Zio, but I heard from Stalk that they're busy, and someone they're speaking to isn't fond of visitors.
Ah, that would be Karen. She's very. I hate to use the word prickly. That's very rude, but she.
Particular?
Yes, particular. She doesn't get along very well with people unless they can either help her with her work or get her something. Generally, she prefers to keep more professional relationships with people.
Yeah, that's
She's
one
been like that
does.
for a very long time.
I see. Though, whenever I do get a chance, I need to talk with Zio about something. Though its importance is minor.
I will not pry.
No.
It is not. It is none of my business.
In any case, shall I continue our tour?
Of course. He keeps walking you around the town, saying hi to everybody. Shows you to like the edges of town where there's like the majority of the eastern section of the town is seemingly converted into like gardens and stuff. A lot of this seems actually new. Newly made. Probably because they can only do so much outside of the town with the bombers present.
Well, these gardens, though small, are quite beautiful, though. Feywild's had flowers like this. Flowers, though some of them try to eat you a couple times. It's nice to know that at least here there's beauty without danger.
Though without the help of Quill here, he says, gesturing over to Quill, who's been quiet thus far, we would have a lot more trouble feeding the town. Ah, you not worry about that. A bit of fish now and then is nothing much for me.
Well, hopefully one day we'll be able to expand on this garden. Turn it into a little... From this minor plot of land to...
Ideally,
what's the
we'd
proper
be able to
word?
get rid of the thing that's preventing us from utilizing the land outside of the town.
Well, that is going to be one goal that we have to deal with. However, having some respite after... Well, what has it been? Like, at least a couple of weeks, like about a week now of non-stop adventuring?
Longer
Okay,
than
I'm
that,
looking-
probably.
the adventure never stops, gang.
There's only so much one could take without having some respite and time to relax.
Listen,
Of
I was
course.
starting a revolution. I was part of a revolution a week ago. Now I'm trying to help save the whole world. Like, this is a lot, you know?
As you can tell, we've been very busy.
Yes.
Really puts a lot of my problems in a bit of a new lens. Sure, we weren't allowed to. Sure, we weren't allowed to have gardens because the Iron Baron burn them down. But these things are like the Iron Baron times 10. Iron Baron's a guy riddled with bullets. Ideas are harder to kill. These things? I think we killed one. But it.
Yeah.
This
Yes,
is,
the angels
Yeah.
are a ever-present threat nowadays. Well, they have been for hundreds of years. Well, this about concludes our tour of all the significant features, as well as a new feature. The garden was not there the last time the party was here. They were in a bit worse of a situation back then, but now they're a little bit more situated.
Are there still lower parts of the city, like slums and
No,
stuff like that?
there's no slums here. There is no slum in the city.
There is no criminal syndicate.
No criminal syndicate, no nothing. There's a couple basements that the vampires' thralls used to hide in, but the guards along with Shadow cleared those out ages back.
This town.
It's a really nice town. It's a very homely, safe town. It's literally governed by the equivalent of frickin' Iroh from Avatar.
Yeah, this is Mayor Iroh.
Zag.
Grisha is Mayor Iroh.
Zag stumbles through his bag and finds the shroom.
Oh no. It's a shroom.
You're just in the middle of town doing this.
Yes.
Okay, what are you?
And-
What's going on? What's happening?
The chaos shroom.
Yes.
I eat the shroom.
Give me just a moment.
Oh no.
D100 or D1000?
Hold on. Sam, call heads or my bad. Cinnamon,
1000.
call heads or tail.
I'm not calling heads or tails on this. I'm asking
No,
100
no,
or
no.
1000.
Well, I was gonna flip a coin for which one.
I'm feeling pretty lucky. 1,000.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I wanted them to choose.
No,
1,000.
them to choose.
So you will have a hand in your fate.
A slight hand.
It's been a while since we had to use this table.
Doom guy appears.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
Let's see. Actually, fuck. I can't find that 1000 page.
Okay, 100 will do.
Yeah. And this is a true 100. I found a true 100 surges.
Oh, I have a 1000 roller.
No, I've got to do 100 in my hands.
Okay.
Come on, load. I need to get a new browser because Chrome sucks ass.
I have one
Use
here.
Opera.
Yeah, Opera GX is a nice one.
GX or Firefox.
Probably Opera. That's the one that's like designed for people to play games with, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yep.
a good one.
Because like starting like 2 weeks ago, all of a sudden Chrome takes forever to load.
Welcome to eating all your RAM.
No, but it's
a RAM
never
goblin.
it's not RAM. It can no longer process the fucking internet. RAM is not an issue.
Don't know.
Anyways.
Okay. I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone. It's on my computer. 46.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I can't actually just look at it. Oh, wait, no, I can view it. Can I not? Wait, that's I. It says view. God damn it. Oh, wait, no. I just scrolled a little bit further. That's 46.
I fear for your life.
As you eat the money, as you eat the
money.
The
mushroom,
money.
Money.
all of the money on your person, what money do you have on your person?
Oh no.
Jesus.
I'm assuming gold.
Yeah.
How much gold do you have on you?
Oh, Jesus.
Probably like.
Okay.
I mean, I know I've been spending my gold, but I'm currently at 4160, so I'd say roughly 4200.
I have 4,950 gold.
Jeez.
Every single gold piece that you own flies out of your pockets and has been cycling around you. It turns, the golden sheen fades into a coppery bronze, and it falls to the ground. You now have 4,500 copper pieces.
Oh no.
Ouch. Those are actually more useful than the gold.
No.
You just struck, well, not gold, because gold is garbage. Garbage.
Alright.
That's iron right there.
Oh,
Oh, this money.
my money.
You're now broke. Congratulations.
Now that's pretty good. I give him one $10. I give him one $10 bill and pick up like an armful of copper. Awesome.
Shakily grabs the money. Shaking.
It's a $10 bill that has
Angrily.
no. It's
It's
a
not-
$10
it's worth
bill
nothing
that's
here.
it's worth nothing here. It's
Yeah.
only worthwhile in the void, which we are never going back to, by the way.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Fuck that.
You know, this might
I mean,
be
so
the
how it
one
goes.
thing
Plants
that
are going
has
back there at some
gotten me
point.
very angry.
Uh,
This town sucks.
Now this
I
place
love
seems pretty
how
hospitable.
you ate the wild magic mushroom, and its effect
you're
was
blaming-
you are now broke.
Blames town.
You like wasting money on magic mushrooms? Fuck you.
I am going to actually.
How's this
I'm
for
going
wasting
to
money?
tell you what the exact description of what that did was. It cycles your money type. Copper would turn to silver, silver would turn to gold, gold would turn to copper.
And there's
What
no
about
platinum.
platinum
because
pieces?
Fuck you.
Oh.
Of this, in this, it does not count plat.
Exist.
It doesn't. Platinum does exist, and the party has gotten some, but this magic
I like
would not
it.
turn it to platinum. It only cycles it between copper, gold, and silver.
Anyways. That is.
I-
Thank you.
I pick up the money, what little I have left, and I walk into the tavern. I go to the tavern.
Fortunately, the apple juice is free, and the alcohol is only like a couple coppers.
Oh, lucky.
I walk in, I barge in, and like T-pose.
T-pose? Hold on.
You fucking your animations just stop and you grind slide over to the bar.
You can hear
timing it.
the Gary's Mod collision sound effects.
It's past noon at this point.
I walk up to the bartender and say, "My good man, I have had a shit day. I require."
It's only like 2 in the afternoon. The day's barely started.
You would be surprised. Would I regale you on my tale of a feline nature?
Oh, are you
But I
talking
would like-
about Shadow, Zio, or Kubo?
I just Zach just stares at him and holding his hands in like a prayer motion, looking at him. May I have some of that spoiled apple juice that you have on tap, please?
It's not spoiled. It's perfectly fine.
Perfectly fine.
He pours a tankard of it, smells it, drinks the whole tankard. Yeah, it's fine. He then takes out a second tankard and fills it and gives it to you.
I grab it and, my good man, here is a tip. I give him 5 coppers.
He takes the coppers and puts them in like a little change container.
Okay.
Well, not change container, but like a coin counter.
Who is in the bar at the tavern at the moment?
No one. You're the only person here.
It's 2 p.m.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon anymore.
Well, actually, there is a Minotaur here, and he seems to be eating lunch.
Zagre giggles as he walks up to the Minotaur's table and sits down and takes a swig of the tankard.
You drink the apple juice. Your curse causes your blood alcohol content to begin rising. Roll a con save.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I get a 19.
You're buzzed, but that's about it. You're completely fine otherwise.
All right.
You're not even drunk enough for it to affect your behavior yet. You just kind of feel a little bit of a buzz.
This is him normal.
Yes.
Zagre has a smirk on his face as he looks at the Minotaur. My good man. Why are you so big?
I'm back.
As he stares finally at the Minotaur.
Milo, Gunther just blinks at you for a moment. Takes another bite of his... What's weirdly enough, it's actually just a salad.
Nice.
Nice.
Good job.
He blinks at you slowly while chewing. Swallows.
Did you just call me fat?
And why are you so small?
Well,
mind you, Gunter is built like a brick shithouse.
Gunther, not even counting his horns, this man is 9 feet tall.
He's one of the guys Balthazar's gonna go rock throwing with later.
Zagre gets up a little and says, "Well, living in a impoverished city, you kind of don't get as much food as you would like."
Oh, in that case, barkeep, get him something filling. He flicks over a silver piece, which the barkeep catches deftly between 2 fingers. Right away.
Thank you, my good man. Zagre scoots closer. Now, and puts one leg over the other, sitting next to him. So, what brings you in these neck of the woods?
Oh,
Zach's
God.
just pointing at everyone.
Oh, this is gonna be even funnier because there's something that Zach don't know about Gunter.
Gunther grabs the back of your chair, picks you up with one arm, and sets you on the other side of the table. He then raises his right hand. No, it would be his left hand. He then puts his left hand in front of your face, and there is a silver band around his ring finger.
No, man!
Yeah, I'm going rock throwing with him, his husband, and his wife later.
No need to worry. No need to worry. It was very clear that it was very clear from when we were partying the other night, when you arrived back in town after fighting off the Leviathan, not the Leviathan, the Lurker. That for whatever reason you get drunk off the apple juice. Not holding it against you. Just don't let it happen again.
Oh no, of course, of course. I'm sorry. I like getting close to people, and sometimes my old habits from my old job kind of get in the way of that. So, thank you for the meal, by the way.
No problem.
What?
We also now know Zag's job.
Hmm.
His former occupation.
His
My
former
former-
occupation, stripper.
Oh, oh. All right then.
And then there's Ismail just wanting to talk with Zio.
Which
Well-
will happen soon. It just Zio has to first
Pinky
leave
swear.
Karen's house.
The last thing that will happen this session is Balthazar going rock throwing with the thruple.
Well,
Sorry, polycule. I should say they're married.
how you've been in this town for a while, I surmise.
Majority of my life.
What has there been anything strange going on?
Well, besides the vampires, which were dealt with, the bombings that happen bi-nightly, which are kind of being dealt with, the lurker, which is not being dealt with, you folk, the Allies Adrift, that's kind of weird. Well, not weird, but it's a thing that's happening. The goblins trade caravans have started coming through. Spider silk is spider silk was hella durable as rope.
Oh, well,
Oh, also, what was it? Right. Right, there's these two people that came by recently. They said they were looking for you guys, the Allies Adrift. They wanted to check in on you, but they left town before you guys showed up.
what did they look like?
It was an orcish gentleman and I think no, I can't actually remember the species of the woman. And there was a woman with him, but I can't quite remember what she looked like.
I'm going to say I have a very hard recollection of events. I'm sorry.
You have no
I-
idea who these people are. You've never met them before. Only Balthazar and Zio of the current group have met them.
Okay. Well, I'll be sure to mention that to the rest of our group as much as I can. Zagre takes another giant swig of
Your
the
food
tankard.
is put in front of you. It is a huge bowl of very chunky soup.
Has Shadow not met
Nice.
them?
No, you haven't because it was Balefire that was with the party when that happened.
Wouldn't she somewhat recognize them though?
Yes, you would be familiar with them, but you probably wouldn't recognize them from just a verbal description.
Okay.
Because again, Balefire's Shadow's access to Balefire's memory is spotty at best, with the exception of tremendously important pieces of information.
You know, like getting stabbed through the chest.
Yes, like the meeting with Gala, as well as like fighting the Leviathan and things like that.
Oh, you know, the casual stabbing.
Yeah, you know that one sticks out.
This is like a recall to a character that was like years ago that showed up for a pair of characters that were years ago that showed up to one session.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I remember them.
Wasn't there probably.
Zagre enjoys.
Oh, you were there actually. You were playing.
You tried to intimidate them immediately.
Yes. You were playing as your Knoll at the time.
Oh God, my memory's not that good.
Gotta love how I have almost no memories of my childhood, but I can perfectly remember scenes from the D&D campaign 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those
That's
are.
because your childhood was traumatic.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I liked the bit in Barad where Joey was around. I miss Joey.
God,
Oh God.
he was that fucker was there for one session.
Joey, entertaining. Joey's player, an asshole.
I forgot about Joey's player, to be perfectly honest.
Gemma's X.
Ah,
Regardless, back to D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zagre drinks the entire tankard.
Roll another
And-
con save with disadvantage this time.
How much disadvantage?
Disadvantage is
Roll twice,
you
pick the
roll
lowest.
twice, take the lower.
Okay. Oh.
Zag's gonna get drunk. He
Oh
rolled a 1.
no.
3, my good man.
As you are eating the soup and drinking the the apple juice, you become very intoxicated. You are currently under the poisoned condition.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, here we go again.
Gunther leaves like a little bit after saying he had to go meet up with somebody, and yeah, you are now alone in a tavern eating a bowl of soup larger than your torso, while absolutely smashed.
Hmm.
It's very good soup though.
It is. Oh my gosh.
Straight up
it's so-
living,
Good
straight
soup.
up living my
amazing.
soup-based
Like
dreams.
this is the type of soup that even like a small bowl of it would probably put a little bit of meat on your bones. Like,
Oh.
this is some hearty shit.
Oh, this is so good. We didn't have this back in this city. I'm talking. Zagre is just talking to himself at this point. Stands up for a moment. Is like, "Do you hear me? For some time, I have traveled with a ragtag group of wonderful people and some weird cat that just appeared out of nowhere.
Oi!
And sometimes I wonder, will I ever be able to find what I am supposed to do? Find my mother. Of all people, taken by some... What was I saying again?
The bartender was not really paying you too much mind.
Zagre's attention goes to the bartender and walks up and stumbles.
Oh no.
And hits his hands on the
Zag is about to get himself tossed.
My good man, may I say you have exquisite taste in all your food and drink.
Speaking of food and drink, he snaps his fingers and the bowl floats back over to you. Keep eating.
He's just trying to stuff your face so he doesn't talk.
No, he's trying to stuff your face to reduce your your blood alcohol content.
Fair.
That's also
He's trying to sober you up with soup.
gosh.
Good soup.
Okay. Zachary continues eating, but then at one point it says, "Have you ever heard of a cult of Hades?"
No.
Well, I've had some really interesting times with them. You know, from them trying to kill me, from them stealing my mother, and them marrying her off to some wicked underworld god.
Oh, wait.
I love how you're trauma dumping your backstory to the bartender.
What the fuck do you think bartenders have to deal with on a daily
Yeah,
basis?
he is unfazed by this. But you're too drunk to really notice his expression.
The ramblings of a drunken person. They don't stop.
And for some reason, I decide that my best course of action is to sell myself on the streets just to get by in a city run by humanity. What was I talking about again? Ah, yes. Soup, yes. It's very exquisite.
Soup.
As you eat more and more of the soup, you're starting to sober up.
Somewhat.
You are no longer under the poisoned condition at the very least. You're still buzzed, but you're no longer almost puking up the soup.
Oh, that's great. Zachary sits up and looks at the bartender for a moment. My good man, thank you so much for the meal. I think I am going to head to the market and see what goodies you villagers have to say.
He almost kind of snorts when you say villagers, as in like, that's funny. And he says, "Well, good luck with that. At this point, you have eaten most of the soup. It's not fully done yet, but you've eaten a lot of soup. But you could definitely eat more."
Right? Stop trying to turn Zach into a bowling ball.
No.
I think I've had enough. I am going to walk out of this tavern, and Zag gives a bow slightly, and I pulls his hood over his face, walking to the door, and walks out in search of the market.
Okay. Well, words.
Words.
Yeah, you go to the market. It's getting a little bit late. You spent 5 hours in there.
Yeah.
As you start heading to the market, everything is beginning to get closed down, but a couple of places are. I know they probably all closed at 6. The market's kind of abandoned at this point. You can always go tomorrow.
Where'd everyone go?
All right, rewind time about an hour. Nope, 3 hours because he was in there for quite a while. Rewinding time.
Throwing rocks.
Rewinding time back to Gunther. As Gunther makes his way over, meets up with Stalk and Balthazar with a mighty hey!
Hey. It is just the most like it is just the most like the bros. This is the most like bro Balthazar has ever been. He just like these are his people. He is going to go throw rocks.
Heavy steps behind you. All 3 of you are picked up in a bear hug by Regina, who is the biggest out of all 3 of them.
Oh, is it? Regina's just another one of the homies. There's like, yeah, we go throw a rock.
Rockin' stonin'.
Rockin' throwing.
All right, the lot of you head out to the edge of town, and there is what appears to be a large series of craters that have filled with water. And there is a massive pile of vaguely discus-shaped rocks that seem to have been collected here.
As we approach the sequence, Balthazar just looks out of the puddles, looks at the rocks, and just looks at the 3 of them and just goes, "You 3 speak my language."
Right. So, we have 3 gold. We have 3... words. We have 3 signposts. We got a little system here. Got 3 signposts. We have 1 point. You make it across the crater lake, which is about 50 feet. 2 points. You make it past the windmill. And off to the side there is a windmill. And 150 and about 150 feet, 3 points, which they gesture over to. There is a fallen tree that even from this distance you can see there are fucking gouges in this tree from rocks hitting it.
It's like, so you're giving me a target.
Let's see how well you can do.
Let's see. Well, will one of you care to give me a test throw just so I can see what I'm throwing against?
Right. How about I'll go first, Stock says, picking up one of the rocks. He's holding it in like the kind of curled discus position. Right, here we go. And he spins around and yeets the thing with tremendous strength. It doesn't quite hit the tree stump, but it not the tree stump, the fallen tree, but it lands just short of it. Almost.
All right. Let me give this a shot. Same quick question. Is this a athletics check? Alrighty. Thank you very much. Very lowest I can get on this is a 50.
All right. Stock has. It's gonna be. Okay, so how this is gonna work is it's a little mini game. There will be 5 rounds. Each of you get to throw once per round. And at the end of the 5 rounds, it tallies up each of your points. And it's a 1v1 for initially. The others, basically, you're gonna move up as you go till you face the champion, more or less.
Yes.
Who is, to no one's surprise, Regina.
Yeah.
All right, Gunther for his first throw. That was not Gunther. Stock for his first throw. That was 2 points. Balthazar, you're up.
All right. Well, I rolled right as you said that, and totaled up. That is 26.
All right, you spin around and hurl your stone, and you hear a loud clack as it smashes straight into Stock's stone. Skipping a little bit just ahead, but still not quite enough to hit the fallen tree.
Oh, so close.
Wonderful throw, my friend. Now, let's see if you can match this one. He picks up another stone, once again, hurls it. Oh, look at that. As he hurls it, again, you hear a loud clack as it smashes into the exact same spot as the other 2 hits. All right. Your match. Your throw.
I wind up and throw. Natural 20. That's a 34.
Yes.
All right. So
it's just Team Rocket blasting off again.
You spin and you hurl the stone, and it sails over the log, crashing into the dirt behind it. With a raucous cheer from the 3. Wonderful. And with that is 2 points for him and 5 points for you.
Balthazar holds his hands
4
up
points for him, 5 for you.
Balthazar holds his hands up going, did everyone see that? Because I will probably not be doing that again.
Don't count yourself out. Right. Next we go. Stock once again
Davis,
hurls
I love
it.
you for that reference.
Thank you.
Stock spins and hurls, and it just barely falls short of the tree. So close.
Keep trying,
So-
Stock. You'll hit it one of these days.
You'd think that my long ass arms would give me a bit of an advantage, but no.
It's the short wind-up and the good spin in on it. If you get the right spin on it, it really starts cutting the air.
All right, that is 6 for Stock, 5 for Balth. Now it's Balthazar's next turn.
All right. Rolling. Nope, that's a 16. I rolled a 2.
Why do you
Right.
have plus 14?
Expertise. I have the brawny feat. I've had it since early levels.
Yes.
You spin around and as you're spinning, your foot kind of slips in the dirt, and your throw is kind of cut short. It lands just short of the windmill. Only 1 point. Still, ground's a bit uneven. Gotta watch your footing.
Yeah.
Right, it is 6. It is now 6-6.
Balthazar kind of like runs his feet over the dirt, just kind of it's just kind of packing it down a little bit to make sure he's got a firm footing to stand on here.
All right.
Is it my turn again?
This is round 4, I think. This is Stock's next turn.
Yep.
Right. You know, I should probably reduce it to 3 for the next one, just for sake of time.
Yeah, exactly.
He hurls it. It's just past the windmill with this one. Not too tremendously far past it. Right. 8 for Stock. Balthazar's next turn.
Rolling. Okay, not my best, not my worst. That is 23.
All right. You hurl it, and it lands just past where you saw Stock's discus land. And that's 2 points for Balthazar. It's currently tied. Right, final throw. That's your arm. And with that, Stock hurls it, and once again lands just short of the tree, the fallen tree. And it is Balthazar's final throw.
That's cocked. Hey, that is a 28.
All right.
Wait, sorry, I did the math wrong on that. That's a 30.
Well, with that, you spin around. Your footing is perfect. You hurl it, and you hear the splintering of wood as it embeds itself in the tree trunk. Beat me by 1, buddy.
I just hug Stock.
He wraps his still flesh arm around you. Right. Okay.
Now that we're all warmed up.
Yep. We're actually going to put a tack in that. We're going to continue with your little hurling tournament. We're going to switch back to Whistler. As Whistler is continuing their journey to find saltpeter.
Yes, I imagine that I'm looking around, probably doing my best to converse with farmers with my 7 charisma.
With the fact that you were kind of introduced to them by Grisha.
Which still makes me very uncomfortable that people know me now.
You would have advantage. Because fucking the grandpa of the entire town introduced you as one of our friends.
He didn't actually say your name ever, because it was very clear that you were uncomfortable with that. And also, you never introduced yourself to him. And so
that works then.
He basically, they know that you are not just some creepy stranger that's trying to hurt them.
I mean, I am a creepy stranger. I'm not going to hurt them yet, but
exactly, you're creepy, but they know that you don't mean any harm.
Yet
you're a non-threatening creepy stranger.
They haven't given me a reason yet,
and they won't.
So one of the farmers. So you're looking for a little bit of unprocessed fertilizer. Well, it's right between the stages of manure and an actual mixed fertilizer. We have a bit of that. We don't have a ton, but I'd be more than willing to give you some. Though I won't be able to accept gold for it. I'll need something a bit different. One of me cows got loose out in the outside of town. If you wouldn't mind going and wrangling it for me and bringing it back unharmed, please. I'd be more than happy to give you some saltpeter.
Very good that they specified unharmed.
Yeah.
What direction did it leave in?
It went out to the north of town. Probably heading for the woods.
I will look for your cow.
Much appreciated.
All right, I guess I'm off to look for cattle.
He says, handing you what is like a bundle of some straw-like material. Mm. It's our favorite snack. It'll make it much easier for you to lure her back.
I will be back before nightfall.
Much appreciated. The man tips his kind of straw hat to you.
I am off to find a cow, apparently.
Yay. Whistler has Whistler has the most side quest that has ever been done in this campaign.
Yes.
Find the farmer's cow.
Side quest of side quests.
For this, I need 5 boar pelts.
I need
Oh
5
god, we're not
boar
going in full
asses.
MMO. This isn't MMO. This isn't MMO grinding.
What is-
I don't need
what
to
is
trade
the
for
drop
fucking
rate?
Panther anuses.
What is
for
the drop
fucking
rate?
Point 0.00000.
The question is, what is the drop rate of Panther anuses?
Yes.
I'm concerned.
It's an MMO joke.
Very
Don't worry
low.
about it.
MMO,
Yeah.
making MMO jokes.
All right.
I don't play MMOs for that specific reason.
Like, I only got this joke because it was a joke that RT told one time.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Anyways.
All right, so
I guess I'm
it's-
going off.
as
into
you
the-
exit the town, you can see the vague imprints of bovine footprints. Roll a survival check to track.
Kick. That is an 11.
Fortunately, it's not really doing much to hide its tracks, and well, cattle are kind of heavy, and it's very like a lot of the ground up here is upturned due to the frequent bombings. So you're actually able to pretty easily follow it. Well, that and
All right.
patches of grass have been completely devoured. One hungry cow.
Okay.
Though
so I
you
find-
start to have a little bit of trouble as you get close to the edge of the forest.
Okay, then I guess. How thick is the canopy of said forest?
Not tremendously. It seems like a portion of it was logged for the town, but they did leave quite a lot of trees up. There's enough, like there's enough of a canopy to provide plenty of shade, but not so much that it's like thick.
Okay, I'm going to kind of. I'll start on the ground, but if I have trouble on the ground, I'll look. I'll go airborne and look for it from above.
Yep. All right, as you get going, roll me a perception check.
Okay. That is. That is an 18.
All right, you actually can hear a slight sound of panicked mooing coming from the distance.
Okay, I am going to move towards it quickly but quietly.
Roll a stealth check.
That is. Give me a second. Hold on. That's a 33.
Okay. You move silent as the night, and you come across 2 men, like, trying to back the cow into a corner. One of them is holding what looks like a fire spit. Come on, we gotta get it down. We haven't eaten.
Are they?
We haven't eaten too good since that one time we got drunk and somebody stole our pig.
Can I sneak up behind them?
Is this fucking cattle rustling?
It's the fucking bandits that Shadow pickpocketed all that time ago.
Yeah,
They're still living in the woods.
I'd like to.
These are bandits I took their roast pig from and we stood on.
I
I'd like
swear to God, these motherfuckers.
Don't worry,
I'm
their
going-
story's about to end, so it's
Probably.
They are very clearly not a threat. They don't even have weapons on them. One of them is literally holding a stick.
I'm going to. I'd like to sneak up behind one of them. Draw my revolver carefully, not just
The Reaper
like
beckons.
millimeters from the back of his skull.
Reaper will have their souls.
Pull the hammer back, and then all they can just hear is the muffled breathing behind my mask.
They're completely oblivious to their presence. Come on, get that cow! Get it! One of them just tries to jump on the cow and gets bucked off, and he flops onto the ground. They're still completely oblivious to your presence.
So they don't hear the click of the gun to the back of their head.
They're
These
shouting
guys
at a cow!
I've never seen a gun before either.
They've never seen a gun
Okay,
before. They're shouting at a cow. They're a bit distracted.
In that case, well, if I fire a round into the air, it's gonna scare the cow.
pistol whip one
I
of
love
them.
how you're actually like thinking about. Fuck! My headphone got
I
unplugged.
was literally just gonna go like full straight on like do not fear the Reaper and kill both of them, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna start with a cow. That would be
Yeah.
inconvenient for me.
Thank fuck for that cow.
It would
That cow
also be a
saved
very
some lives.
sad
That
end.
cow is the only reason they are alive.
It would also
I
it would be
love how
it would be such a sad end to these two idiots who are so bad at banditry.
Yeah, because
Whistler does
they
not
got so
care.
drunk.
You forget,
The
Whistler is
resident
an
rogue
uncaring.
taking all of their shit, and then Whistler's here like, I'll just kill him.
Yeah, no, he doesn't
That
care.
literally got them drunk and
Obstacle,
robbed them
solution.
blind.
This man only sees obstacle, solution.
Fortunately for
them.
them, killing them
Cow.
would startle the cow, which would make it a little bit more inconvenient.
Exactly. All right, I'm going to pistol whip one to do I'm going to use the butt of my rifle to whack one and try to go for like something. You know, I really don't care if I hurt them, but like not
Non-lethal
intending
damage.
to, like kind of non-lethal. Like, okay, let's be honest. How many hit points do these guys look like they have? Like, do they look weak as fuck?
They're
So I'm
fucking
going to
scrawny
pistol
ass.
one of them by-
They're probably just civilians.
Okay, I'm going to do just wait. You said there's one on the cow.
One of them got flung off the cow and has flopped to the ground. He's still breathing, but the
Face
other one
down or face up.
face up.
I'm going to.
The other one has walked over to him and has started poking him with the stick.
Okay, now I'll just stand over him, just gun pointed in face.
Who the hell are you?
Now,
The other one looks up, sees you. Holy shit!
just pulls back hammer. I need the cow.
Take the cow. You're scary as shit. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Without intimidation.
Come on, Brad. Let's get out of here.
No, of course his name's fucking Brad.
Brad the bandit!
That cow is the only thing that's kept them alive. Otherwise, they would have gotten two
course
kills
it's
from
Brad.
I would have put two more kills on Kosa over here.
No, you don't
Brad
get it.
Sawkills?
These people are so in fucking.
my rifle.
These people are so in. They wouldn't count.
No, I know. I'm talking about like out of all the people he's killed with it, it'd just be two more people. Nothing more, nothing less. This man does not care.
They're
Does not
scared.
understand.
They're scared shitless. They're running for their
Good, and
lives.
they're running away. And then I'll let them run and keep the weapon trained on them until they're gone.
They dropped the stick. The stick has like their initials carved into it. It literally says Brad and Chad's poking stick.
Oh my god.
I feel like that's the uncommon or like the uncommon enchanted item that nobody really uses.
Really useful against.
It's like the
It can
shitty
deal
magic
one
item.
poking damage, which all enemies are immune to.
Unless they are a giant cow, in which
Unless
case
they are a
it kills
cow.
them.
I will approach the cow, with the said snack in hand and use it like a carrot dangled in front of them to lead them back.
The cow is tremendously like suspicious of you because you are very creepy, but then it sees the
Not
food
care.
and gets like completely blinded to your creepiness and starts following you.
Perfect.
Cows.
I like how
It's like
even
Minecraft.
gun to back of head, like cannot hear it, and the deep muffled breathing just completely distracted. I'm like, I'm going for a thing here, trying to have a moment.
That was Brad and Chad. They're like notorious fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Dude,
They're not even bad Brad. This
Hold
isn't
your
even
pig and
bad
have
Brad.
fun
This
with
is
them.
just Brad. They're so
Looms
bad at
over
being
them.
bad that he doesn't even get the title.
Just looms over them.
I
I
do.
need the cow.
I
need
stole
your
their
shoes.
roast pig in front of them.
I need
You
your
also-
glasses, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
boots,
Your
clothes,
boots, your boots, and your
What the fuck? Arnie!
They were also so drunk. One of them thought I was an actual cat, and I was about to rip their hand off.
I mean,
That wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility, but you'd use a knife.
Yeah.
Like
Anyways,
like a
I lead
normal
the
person.
cow back, hopefully before nightfall to keep my promise.
You did in fact keep your promise. You got back before nightfall.
Let's
Just
go.
as the sun was setting, you came back into town with the cow. Ah, wonderful! Thank you so much. Here, I already had the bag prepared for you. It smells. The bag smells vaguely of manure, but inside is unmistakably saltpeter.
I am
yeah.
so glad I'm wearing a gas mask.
Only vaguely. The smell will probably fade.
I'll head back
Probably.
to. I'll head back to.
You now have a
fill my-
10-pound bag of charcoal, 3 boxes of sulfur, and a bag smelling faintly of manure full of saltpeter.
I can make so much gunpowder with this.
I can make so much fucking gunpowder with this.
I would like to go back
Blast
to
the roof
my.
of bag. This bad boy can make so much fucking gunpowder.
I would like to go back to my. I imagine I probably have a room at the end.
Yeah, you ordered. You got a room at the end last session.
And I'm going to kind of take off the mask, put my stuff aside, and start working on making as much gunpowder as I can.
Sulfur is the limiting factor here, but yeah, you can make quite a bit.
Okay, how much should I put as? I don't. Should I just list gunpowder and then remove the sulfur?
Yeah, you still have plenty of saltpeter and charcoal. I'd say you have 100 units of gunpowder.
So is that like units as in per bullet?
Yes, bullet takes 1 unit. Some kind of explosive takes 10, and well, technically, loading a cannon would take I'd say 20.
Okay. So, but for my uses, it's 1 per probably.
One per of your bullets, and it would be 10 if you wanted to make some kind of bomb.
Right.
You need to
I'm
make
not gonna
20%
make
more bullet per bullet.
I mean, we know. I mean, Whistler does not care about collateral. If he's making explosive, he's making a chemical weapon.
Boy.
I mean, I'm already wearing a gas mask. I might as well.
All right. And speaking of, let's see. We should head back to Shadow. Yep. Popping back to Shadow. Which is a couple. This is again. Time has rewound a couple of hours. Back to Shadow has made it to Dragul's shop. Hello, quiet one, he says as you enter the shop, not making a sound.
Hello. Been a time, to say the least.
Yes, so I've heard. He's currently sharpening something rather than clanging on, pounding on steel.
I'm here to inquire about a few weapons. Perhaps I can buy, or I don't know, something. I don't exactly have.
I've already gotten word from Grisha.
I don't have a lot of money, but I can pay you some amount.
Ah, no. With all you've done for us, a sword is nothing. He inspects the blade of the weapon he was working on, and then flips around, holding the weapon by the blade, pointing the handle at you. It is a very well-made rapier that he was just busy sharpening.
Dragul is an amazing craftsman.
He can only work with mundane materials, but with those mundane materials, he can work wonders.
Man is a king of common blacksmith.
Shadow will gently grab the handle and get a little feel for it.
You vaguely recall Dragul has examined your hands before. A very, very long time ago. This blade fits in your hand like it was meant for it. He did all of the handle work himself, as well as the blade and all that stuff. This is a tremendously comfortable grip.
Stabby catty.
Stabby catty.
Unfortunately, the weapon is not magical in any way, but
Look for stat.
it is a high-quality rapier.
Shadow just has a really nice, a very small grid, which is the most emotion you can get out of her. To be fair.
And speaking of, go find Zio and Karen. Karen has armor made for you.
Thank you very much. This is honestly, I don't think many of my rapiers that I have, even the one that's magical, can really, I guess, go against this. This feels quite nice.
Oh, additionally, this is something. He gestures to the pommel. There is a empty slot in the pommel. I heard tell of some things. There are some stones that maybe you could find them that could potentially imbue your weapon with elemental power. I don't have any on hand,
wink.
but
Wink, wink.
if you can find something,
This is the literal embodiment of wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yes. Your weapon effectively has the equivalent of another game, like a gem slot. This weapon, if you can find a magical gem, you can plug it into this socket, and it'll power up your rapier.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. I couldn't ask for anything better.
And I couldn't make anything better. That thing's one of my masterworks.
I'll make sure to keep this in very good condition.
You'd better. Come back to me if you ever need repairs. I'd love to see the blade again.
I absolutely will. Thank you very much. She kind of gives him a quick bow and kind of just holsters it, and then heads off.
Yep. Before you can even leave the door, he's back to work. Glancing back, you can see almost a small smile on his face. Once again. He's a serious but seemingly quite cheery fellow. All right, and see, back to Ishmael, I think? Unless you have nothing more except to talk with Zaya, which can be... Once we finish up Balthazar, let's do another section of Balthazar's thing, and then do one more check over with everyone to see if they're done for the day. And then we'll finish up Balthazar's thing. And then I think tomorrow would be perfect for you to have your little meeting with Zio. As well as Shadow go meet with Karen.
Roll rock.
Then after that, I do believe we'll probably call it a night. All right. Balthazar, round 2. You're up against Gunther. You ready?
As I'm gonna get.
All right. Hope that was good for a warm-up.
Yeah.
Gunther picks up the stone. Spin, spin. Ya yeet. He lands it just past the windmill. 2 points.
Howdy. My throw. I swear to God, nat 20, 34.
Wow.
I apparently will be doing this again.
You're properly in this. You're properly in the loop with this. You're feeling hyped up from winning your last round. You fucking yeet the thing right over the log. Ha! I doubt I'll get any further than that, but damn. Alright. Not giving up yet. And with that, Gunther, with a slight grunt of effort, spins around and hurls it. It flying well over the log, just like Balthazar's last throw.
Now we got some throwing distance at us. Let's see how I can follow that up.
All right, that is 5 on Gunther in Balthazar's next round, which is... Let's see.
All right, rolling. Yeah, that's not my greatest. That's only a 20.
All right, you still make it
dirty.
You still make it just in line with the windmill. Stalk actually runs over real quick to make sure that it's in line. He lines it up with this tree that's over on the other side. That is it's like a perfect little goalpost. And he shouts out, 2! And then it is 4 to 5. No, it's 5 to 5 because you got a 30 on the first hit. Past the 30. 3 points. Right. Continuing on. Haha. This is the final throw of this round. Because we're shortening it to 3. Let's see how far this goes. And with that, Gunther lands it just short of the log. Well, that's Gunther's final score is 7. Balthazar, you have to get a 2 or greater.
Hey, well, that's something. 25.
All right. You make it just short of the log. Haha. Ty, want to do a tiebreaker?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Whoever gets the furthest in this throw is the winner of this round. Regardless, I'm sure Regina's itching to throw against you.
Oh, certainly.
All right. Let's go. Almost as if he seems to want to impress Regina. And you can see his fucking muscles bulge as he hurls this thing dead over the log. Just almost the exact same arc that your throws were taking, Balthazar. That your nat 20 throw was taking. That is a 34 from him.
Oh, Jesus.
He got a nat 20.
He's got the same athletics I do. Nice.
Which means Regina has higher.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Okay. My throw. Nope. 27.
It's a good throw. It's a solid throw, but it just doesn't quite beat that love fueled yeet from Gunther.
Desire to impress his partners.
Yep.
Who are both standing there. I was like,
good shit. Now then, you're facing me, Balthy.
hey.
All right.
All right, Regina, let's throw.
Quick pause. Circle around. Does anybody else have anything more that they want to do today before we end it? Go to the next one.
Not really.
Down those bastards and killed them.
No.
Don't do
I can
that.
wait until the next session.
They're not worth your time.
Yeah, but
Bad Colin. Straight to hell. Going in the pit.
I've already been there.
Bad, isn't it?
All right. Well,
What, you
anybody
accuse me?
else? Dio never really.
Nope.
I guess Dio never really had too much conversation with Karen, did he?
I can wait until the next session to do my things.
All right. Well, in that case,
I still have my
do
conversation
remind
with
me.
Dio anyways.
Do remind me to continue the little roleplay bits with Karen next session, because I don't want to go too much longer. All right. Then, if nobody else has anything, then Balthazar's duel with Regina will end the day.
A rock throwing duel.
You go
could say
first,
it's,
Balthazar.
rock and stone.
Yes. Well, thank you kindly. That is cocked. Okay, that's a 24.
All right. 2 points.
Man, am I glad that was cocked. Fuck, that would have been a nat 1. Fortunately, it was lighted, propped up against another die.
All right. You hurl your discus, and she, grinning before yours even lands, she spins and hurls hers as well, and they land almost in sync right next to each other. 2 on 2.
Davis is contemplating the ethics of using his rage here, but that feels unfair.
Do it.
Use what you got.
Yeah, that's fair.
The screams.
Belzer just goes, okay, I may need a little... You three have each other for moral support. Give me a moment. What? And Belzer kind of clenches his arms together, lets out this visceral yell, and his family assemble around him.
You hear Regina chuckle and say, "Haha, now it's a fair fight."
All of Balthazar's ancestors turn and look at her like, "Hey, how's it going?"
She waves a wide grin on her face. She vaguely knows what these are. She can't really see them clearly because only really Balthazar can see them clearly. Well, those
Actually,
Balthazar and
just
those
noticed-
that are being protected by them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, well, there's also something interesting. Because we hit level 14, they're a little more physically visible to those around me because I've just unlocked the perk Vengeful Ancestors. So the next time that someone that is under their protection has the Spirit Shield effect applied to them, the 4d6 damage that is reduced to the target is dealt back to the attacker.
Ooh,
that's
really strong, especially with your boon that gives you more uses of that.
Oh,
Jason, are you gonna do the cutscenes tonight?
Yes, no? But there is something that you guys haven't done that is required to trigger it, which is going into the Dim Dimension.
Right. Well, anyway, Balthazar's going to look over. I imagine, actually being able to see them a little more coherently. Balth's grandmother looks over at Regina and just, gives a little wave, a little old lady wave, I...
She kind of... A couple of them, pull, ghostly variants of the stones and start, competing against each other, throwing them.
Nice. Anyway, next throw. And now, since I have advantage on this, please. Okay, that's a little more like it. To the power of my ancestors, that is a 33.
All right. You embed the thing just over the log and it slides into the dirt. Regina grinning. And her hurl, it doesn't quite go as far as yours, but it does embed itself in the log. That is, you're currently 5 and 5.
Alrighty.
Next it up.
Okay,
Throw
pretty
again.
good. 26.
All right. It falls just before the log, and Regina throws her last discus. It lands just ahead of yours, and she grins. Looks like we're gonna need a tiebreaker as well.
Sounds like it.
All right. Together now. You two, go measure. They both run a ways out to the sides and towards it. As you two fucking... Oh, actually no. Yeah, Balthazar, go. Because you were counting down.
All right. That's my lowest one yet. 24.
All right, let's see.
Please,
Yours falls just a bit short, and hers embeds in the tree trunk. Good throw, Balthazar. Just not quite enough.
Just shy. Yeah. I'll be back around and we'll do this again.
One, definitely.
I'm just gonna run over and just trying to hug all three of them as best I can.
They kind of pull you into a group hug.
But Balthazar's ancestors are still out there and are joining in on the hug.
The massive glowing blue hug.
The Balthazar's thank you. Thank you, three. Thank you so much. It's been so long since I've just had a chance to really just stretch things out. Lay back a little and throw rocks. It's been too long. Just venting a little.
Wonderful to give you a bit of time to rest. Now then, I imagine your friends are waiting for you back at either the tavern or the temple, wherever they're staying.
They probably are, and I should probably get back to...
All right, and with that, I'm guessing, does everybody just convene at the tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Whistler is already in his room. All right, so everybody reconvenes back at the tavern.
Yep.
Wanted to
Yes,
talk with
you
Zaya about
want
something,
to
but
talk
I
with
must.
Zaya.
I'll probably do it later because I need a good. Like I'm starting to fall asleep partially because of medication.
Okay, well, this next bit actually won't have any effect on you with this, because you technically don't have any connection to the people in this next little sequence. Shadow, as you all gather together, the place in your arm that holds the key to the dim dimension starts to leak shadow, leaking black fog.
That's not normal.
Love?
Huh?
Your arm is leaking shadow.
Your arm in the place where the key to the dim dimension is kept is starting to leak black fog.
Oh, that's not good. Guys, do we want to go into Dimmadome real quick?
Let's hit the
Obviously, not Dimmadome, but like,
Yeah,
Dimmadome.
the god
That seems a
of
bit
you guys call
ominous.
him that, even though that's not actually his name. You guys never have actually asked him his name.
I
Yep.
assumed his name was Dimmadome, I'll be honest.
Right.
Alright, let's go to Dimmadome.
We
As
have
you-
asked, and you just said that he doesn't have one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
is true. He is just the god of trade. So,
Yeah.
Shadow, as you take the key out, it is the shadow is leaking from the key.
Concerning.
Quickly going into just a side room, you open up into the dim dimension. It's dark.
Dancing lights.
As you cast dancing lights, it is not that this room is dark, it is made of dark. It is black all around, but the lights do illuminate slightly a glint of something straight ahead. The gate. It's open all the way. Shadow leaking
I don't
out
like
of it.
that.
That's not good.
I say we go back now.
Likewise.
You
And
know, normally I'd
this is
agree.
something that we should probably deal with immediately, seeing
A form steps out of the gate, followed by a second.
Alright, I like blacked out for like 30 seconds. What did I miss?
You're not
Dimension.
currently in this scene, but
Oh, yeah,
the black
Yeah,
gate
but-
is fully open in the dimension, and the place has been flooded with dark.
Oh no.
Concerned.
Yeah, right.
My guard is fully up.
You
Yeah.
recognize, even in the dark, you can vaguely recognize the outline of these two individuals. One of which wearing full jet black plate armor, and the other, well, with only one sleeve and an arm made of crystals.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, not crystals, but gray shards of stone. I say
Not angelic crystals.
not angelic crystals. This is like gray.
No more crystals.
This is gray, dull grayish white stone shards. Not shiny, kind of just dull. Balthazar, you recognize it as Cyrus, even in the dim light, as well as Morana.
Oh,
Balthazar
as soon as
draws
I recognize
Ganasha
them.
and sets the blade down, igniting it in the darkness.
Ismail, seeing this, is going to ready the lightning rod, which has been named, but yeah.
Stand down.
Balthazar
Difference.
just says, Cyrus, I've been using your sword quite well.
Yes, you have. He raises up his left arm, and it kind of it jolts from your grip into Cyrus's hand. He examines the blade for a moment, and then with his right arm made of this stone, the points of his fingers start to glow red, and he scratches into the side of the blade a few symbols. This should help. He tosses it back to you, it landing in the ground just before you.
I put my hand on it cautiously.
The blade the blade's fire flares up more intensely than usual, almost uncomfortable than for a moment, but then it sinks back into its usual state. Shauna Shah now ignores fire resistance.
Oh, holy shit.
It ignores fire resistance
now
and
just
reduces immunity to resistance. Effectively, you just gained Elemental Adept with Shauna Shah.
Nice.
Balzar just looks at Shadasha and just goes, "Nice to be back in the hands of your old master, eh?" As he spins it around and sheaths it.
Morana, like, looks at Zio, her helmet still obscuring her face, and clanks her halberd down on the ground.
Zio bows.
She nods back to you, and right, Zio, what is the ability that you are gaining at this level?
It was just an ASI.
That was an ASI, right? Because you're a fighter, so you don't quite get that.
But I have been meaning to ask you about this, and I point towards the charm. It started to glow purple recently. Not sure what that's about.
We have fully manifested, at the cost of a few of us. Well, not cost. She looks towards Shadow. With your reawakening, unfortunately, the energy required for that was taken from the one that taught you the blade. She is sleeping, for now, so she is unable to visit. Meow?
I'm still here. Shadow's just like, well, just her face is, well, fuck.
Regardless, many seals have been undone. Many doors have been opened. If y'all would like to look at the quest log.
Do I want to?
Doors to the Void.
Doors to the Void has been updated. Now, every single fight, with the exception of green and white, has become available.
Okay.
And they actually all have names now.
Nice.
Actually, I just realized it would be Enraged Rampage, not Rage's Rampage. Enraged Rampage. Yes, so now each of the door has an actual named quest associated with it. The red door, Courageous Duel, complete. You dueled Cyrus and you won.
The
Next.
E in Enraged Rampage is not capitalized.
I'll fix it. But now you can re-challenge him with an additional challenge. And now, additionally, you gained access to the secret encounters, which are triggered via different methods with each boss. And if you have beaten or fought the boss, it will reveal the name of the secret encounter to help give you a hint. Little bit of video game logic here, but the red door, all three fights are Cyrus. Unlike some of the other ones, which is why, for example, purple, the question marks are there because the second fight is not with Morana. Cyrus's Enraged Rampage is his second fight, and the Lord of Black Flame is his secret encounter. Blue, the Azure Arbalest, the Loyal Guard for purple, which is Morana, which you have already defeated. And the Blooming Cold is the second fight for that. Silver, unceasing knowledge. No information on green. Pink is the circus troupe. Orange is a kind face. Black, the machine of creation. And white is unknown. And you now have access to the full Doors to the Void quest line. If you'd like some, effectively, it is the DLC content for my campaign, as you guys know. Optional fights that have they have significant impact on your character stories, but not so much on the main story of the world. Because you can get powerful equipment from these people via defeating them in combat.
Okay, guys, I think I just had a bit of I think my brain has finally clicked into gear. I think because the Cyrus fight is the red door, obviously.
Yep.
Right.
Don't die, please.
Don't die.
Working on it. If we do Enraged Rampage, if we complete the Lord of Black Flame, I wonder if it's going to mean Shanasha's going to deal Balefire instead of regular fire.
Probably wouldn't deal Balefire, because that's exclusive to Balefire.
Yeah, that's very specific.
Very possible that it could upgrade from fire damage to void damage. Who knows?
It typically manifests itself as black fire, so...
Perhaps. Additionally, you might get a different reward for beating Enraged Rampage.
Who the hell knows? Certainly not I.
I have plans.
Yay.
And I'm coming up with fun little mechanics for all of them.
Nice. You know what? Fucking, I'm gonna do just a little dialogue.
Okay. In that case, do you want to rewind to before they notice the black fog?
No. We can do it after, when everyone's going to sleep.
All right. Well, with that, that's all we had to tell you. Good to know that we can get your attention if we need it.
So you don't have anything to say about this? I point at the charm.
Oh, fuck, sorry. That's right. That is, she did say, we're able to manifest fully now. Therefore, it's gained access to its full power. Is effectively what she said.
I see.
You know, when my arm is smoking and I'm visibly not on fire, nor do I smell like I'm burning, it's pretty easy to deduce that you're probably summoning us.
Good to know that we can contact you, Cyrus says with a cheeky grin.
I mean, you seem to do that well enough in our dreams as it is.
Please don't actually light me on fire. I don't want to be shaved.
Don't worry. There's just some void smoke.
I don't think you want to see a naked tabaxi.
Even Whistler shudders.
It's a Sphinx cat tabaxi.
Yeah.
No.
It's so wrinkly.
I have to make a Sphinx cat tabaxi for a character at some point.
Yeah.
I have to play that. If I'm ever not a DM for something, am I actually a player? I'm 100% going to make a Sphinx cat tabaxi.
I feel like they would be like a fortune teller that like has the crystal ball and like wears the little head wrap and everything. Yes, I see your future.
No, she's just straight up gonna be a fucking barbarian.
I see your future.
Your
future is death.
Your future is become wrinkles.
Easy to read your future because there's not much left.
I seem to have accidentally broken my desk again.
How?
Oof.
The same little
Velociraptor.
edge piece that keeps falling off just came fucking unglued again.
Right, well, I suppose we should probably stop encroaching on that god of trade's space. He really is not appreciating it.
You see Dark Domino just like boosting out the void, just like, okay, well, no.
Yes, it's good to be able to talk with you outside of dueling or a dream. Regardless, good luck on your journey.
So did this door just like open up in the middle of like the
Oh
tavern
no,
they were
they
in?
opened a door to a private room, and it led
Wait,
into
wait.
this area.
Okay.
We're in the Dimma dimension.
You're in the they're in
Because
the
I was
pocket
gonna be
dimension.
like, did I see this happen
No.
at all? Or
You're in your own room doing
sense
your own
it?
thing.
Or
Oh, you
yeah,
100%
I'm making gunpowder.
sensed a disturbance in some kind of energy field, but like
Oh, then I'm most definitely just gonna kind of peek my head out.
you see
Like-
a door open and black fog spilling out.
I'm gonna keep my eye on that affixed bayonet gentleman. Mask off, cigarette in mouth, affixed bayonet, just sitting in the hallway.
And with that, Cyrus and Morana walk back through the gate, and it slowly shuts behind them, the chains lying shattered on the ground. And the fog retreats back underneath the gate, revealing the room turning white once again. And you can now hear the incessant sound of what appears to be gunfire as Dimmadome is shooting a Gatling gun at the gate.
Now there you got it. It's fun. I like
Can we
it.
get one of those? Can we get one of those?
Can I get one of thems?
No, sorry. This one's mine.
I'm assuming I don't hear that.
You can't really hear it. It's muffling the sound from inside.
Okay.
Oh, that was terrifying. Please excuse this, he says, hiding the Gatling gun behind his back, and it somehow vanishes.
Can we get one of those?
Sorry,
Do you sell
limited.
anything
Sorry,
like
limited
that?
edition.
Fuck.
Shit, Gatling gun.
Scalpers, man. They make things so expensive.
Funny enough, I actually.
How much did he say it was?
Limited edition.
Ah, son of a.
Yep, scalpers.
AKA not for sale.
They're after that shit.
Scalpers buying fucking Gatling guns.
Yeah, they're worth a thing or two. I know the gun market.
The gate kind of sinks into the floor and reappears back in its normal location. But the
Can I attempt to buy something real quick?
Sure. Dimmadome immediately readjusts his ridiculously tall hat and... So what are you trying to buy?
Spell scroll level 4 wall of fire. It's a rare.
Let me see. Rare scroll. Let me see if I can get my hands on
I just need one.
If I've got that in stock. 86. He does in fact have one of those in stock. How much would that be?
I'm not seeing a price on it. All right, I need to also just get ink and paper to make my own.
Let's see.
Right.
Rare items are worth between 500 and 5,000 gold pieces. He's going to say this is about 1,200 gold pieces.
That's fine. 1,200, move. And then also I need the paper and ink to make magical, like make my own spell
Okay,
scrolls
he's
now.
gonna, you need probably magical ink and high quality paper.
Yeah. How much would that cost?
Which, if I remember correctly, it's 50 gold pieces per vial of ink, and the ink, you need a whole 1 vial per scroll.
I want to have at least 10, so like, what was it, 50?
It'll be 500 gold pieces for that, and the paper is fine. Like, it's
paper.
The paper is included. Because it's not that expensive. Like, he's with the big purchase that you're making, which is a total of 1,700 gold pieces for all that ink and the spell scroll. That is, additionally, that adds 1,700 gold to Dimmadome's stock.
Yep.
And his bookshelves scrolls start popping up on his bookshelves.
Oh, that's a neat little bit of visual feedback. That's helpful.
More decorations have spawned in.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
Gala would be happy.
Who? Okay, I'm gonna have to ask y'all tomorrow morning. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna make us a big old breakfast, and we're gonna have a big old talk about the whole lore of this whole thing. Cause I barely know all y'all, and I'm not able to use most of my metagame knowledge about the campaign because I'm deeply confused. My character's deeply confused about everything that goes on.
Could I give you?
Nose bleeding.
I'll tell you what. If I could give you some, first of all, here's a handkerchief for that nosebleed. Also,
Thanks.
quick question: have you heard of these things called magic mushrooms? If you get yourself really, really high for a little while, I can probably explain the lore to you in a means that will make actual sense.
All right.
If I
Sounds
attempt
like
to
a
do this
plan.
while you are sober, you will probably start asking dumb questions like, how did that happen? Why did that occur? Where did that come from? What is the plot of the story that I am telling you? And those questions are, and get this, unhelpful.
All right.
I don't have the answers to any of those questions.
No.
And I stopped asking those questions about 6 months ago, and it's made my life immeasurably better.
Good to know. I'm gonna need a character dossier and all this shit because
Alright.
again, lost.
Yeah, you are a long way from home. But you know what they say? Life has many doors, and boy... Oh god, pass me that handkerchief back. My nose is bleeding.
Well, we have a bunch of doors over there, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Life in the different dimension has many doors.
This is the God of Trades place,
has
right?
many doors, fed boy.
Yes, this is the God of Trades location, little thing.
I must pass out.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I want to get one last thing done real quick with Zio.
Yep, you all, I'm guessing, leave Dim Dimension if you have no more business there.
Mhm.
Uh,
I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah,
I do
darling,
want
go
to look
sleep.
at some of the
We're
lore.
wrapping up here.
And you can quickly have that little conversation between you and Zio. If you'd like to finish that up.
Zio, can I talk to you for a moment in private?
Yes. What you need?
I'm going to wait for everyone to like retire to their rooms for a moment.
I am still in Dimmadome.
I just realized if you came back from the dim dimension, you're just gonna see me in the hallway waiting for something to come out, bayonet on my rifle with a cigarette in my mouth, just mask hanging from my like kit, just like
Sao just looks up. She's like, "Oh, hey, Whistler."
visibly confused. Takes a cigarette out of mouth, blows out smoke, puts it back in, goes back into his room.
Okay, what did you say, love?
I am still in Dimension.
Okay, yep.
I was still looking, and then everyone talked over.
Okay,
Alright.
then what are you trying to buy?
She just wants to look at what other weapons he has. Anything she
Weaponry.
can use, technically.
Let's see. I'm a bit short for weapons right now. I have a big old catalog. What exactly are you looking for?
Rapier, short swords. Anything magical that I could I can use specifically.
Right. Let's see here. He looks at your rapier and then looks at his thing. I don't happen to have anything on hand that's a better quality than that thing. But he takes a glance seeing the socket. Let's see if I have something for that. Anything in particular you have in mind? I can check for it. Any particular elemental damage type that you're looking for?
I like the idea of fire, but really anything would work. If you have anything void, that would be better, considering we are dealing with angels.
Oh, I don't have access to that type of material. Wish I did.
It is a shame. Well, fire will suffice for now.
Alright, I'll see if I have it. Let's see, I've only got one type. Let's see what I got. Rolling a d12 to see what element he has of it. I'm just going to use Gala's little table for the prolecatic power.
Oh.
For elemental, for which damage it is. Where is it? It's under, is it under homebrew items?
Watch it actually lands on 12.
5.
That'd be fun.
5 is actually radiant damage. He pulls out a little gemstone. It seems to have once been part of
pretty
a
close to
necklace. It seems to have once been part of a necklace, and it has like an inscribed symbol of a sun.
Ooh.
This is all I got for now. I can try and find something more for you. I'd say this thing will go. This is a powerful old gem. I'm gonna have to charge it at least 2,500 for it. Do y'all have enough money for that?
I don't. Shadow just looks sad, just slightly droopy ears.
Do you guys actually still have, how much money do you
The
have?
money.
20? Is that what you said? 20?
We only keep like a couple of coins on our persons.
Oh, where's the money chat?
Yeah, the amount of credit we have with him is 1,741.
Let's see. Well,
speaking of
I could consume the last of the credit for you, and I could ask you to go get me something if you like.
Yeah, I think an IOU or basically a mini quest would be better. I think I only have a handful of gold on me.
All
How
right.
much did that scroll cost?
1,200.
1,200. Okay.
I know just the thing. Perfect. Hell, I think I'd like to just straight up trade you. I'm not gonna charge you a thing, but you're gonna have to go find me that. You're gonna have to go find me something.
What is it?
Way up the river. You know the one that the goblins are resting on. Way up that river.
Yeah.
There's an old cave that has something that I lost a long time ago.
Is it drugs? Please tell me it's not drugs.
Oh, not drugs. I don't deal in that stuff. That's all another god's business.
I refuse
It's an old
to go
charm.
drug hunting again.
It's an old charm of mine. I'd love for you to retrieve it for me.
All right, that seems easy enough. What does it look like?
It's well, you know this. He says, holding the this little sun gem. It looks almost like this, but switch the sun out for a moon, change the gold to silver. Like the golden gemstone color to like a more silvery moonish stone.
Simple enough. I'm just going to assume it's near the goblin encampment.
Oh, no. It's way further up the river.
Do I have a map on me?
You vaguely know.
Okay.
He points at a location. It is really far up the river, and it's actually, the river splits into two really far up it, and on the other path, it is on the other part of the river.
Oh. All right.
Which is up in the swarms territory.
It might take us a bit, but I think that should be doable.
Yep. Just do note. I'm not going to let you do another IOU until you can get me that item.
Oh, absolutely. No, I would never think about... If anything, I would much rather get you this item first before I receive a gem.
All right, well...
Doesn't feel right.
No, I'm more... If I write up a contract ensuring that you're going to do it, I can let you have the gem right now.
Oh, no. Personally, I feel it's much more respectable to have the goods first before we do a trade.
Well,
yeah.
In that case, good luck finding it.
Thank you.
He quickly jots down something that is like it's almost like a little contract, but it's not like it doesn't have like a place to sign. It seems like it's almost like a sticky note reminding him of the deal he made.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'll hold this until you can get me that moon charm. He says, putting it into a small drawer in his desk.
Hmm?
Alright. Well, time to go into angel territory.
All right. Is there anything else anybody would like to do? Well, Ishmael has to have a little conversation with Zio, and then I think that's where we're going to call it.
What does Zag do?
Zio go to bed.
Okay, he could bed.
All right, let's finish this up quickly rather than slowly. 'Cause we're already like 40 minutes over that I thought I was going to go. I thought I was going to wrap up a while ago.
Yeah, I'll save it for like tomorrow then.
All right.
Fuck it.
If you say so.
Yes.
In that case, I will end it here. I hope everybody who watched enjoyed this basically Tales of Ba Sing Se episode.
It's fantastic. I love these kinds of episodes.
Yeah, no, these episodes are good after something as chaotic as a boss fight like that.
I love how Whistler, that was literally the most side quest that has ever been side quested in the history of this campaign.
I know, and it's a fucking meme now.
Yeah.
I almost killed 2 people over a cow.
Yeah.
I almost killed 2 idiots over a cow and then realized better not because it inconvenienced me because the cow would run away. Literally, that's how Whistler thinks.
That is Whistler logic right there. And I tried finding an AI generator for a cow as Jesus Christ, but none of them could come up with the exact image I was looking for. Savior cow. That's the reason those 2 fuckers are still alive.
Ah, I see what you did there. Clever.
Savior cow. Unfortunately, the AI image generators were woefully unprepared for images of a cow as Jesus Christ.
Did you search it specifically as a cow as Jesus?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Not a freaking jack shit.
You could do cow god and see what happens.
One second, let me pull up the old AI. Ben, you have better luck with the AI generator. You do it.
All right. Well, I hope anybody who watched enjoyed. And, well, I guess join me tomorrow for a gaming stream, if you like. Probably going to be doing more Terraria. Unless somebody brings me in to do something else. Well, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye, stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.